Thanks for the sub, Sting. Hi, everyone. Starting here in a minute. Kind of late. Well, bah. Whoa. Hey, everyone. I'm gonna try something real quick. Hopefully, it doesn't ship my PC. That's the wrong button. I want to do smooth cam. Nope, that's stream cam. No, please. I'm not feeling great today. Like, just, no, like, not good. I mean, like, physically. Like, last week, I was kind of a little mentally. But this week, I just didn't sleep that well. Gun. Hi everyone. I'm gonna join the lobby in a second, but I want to try something first. I think I found a really cool way to get... Okay. Display VR view. Oh, they added smoothing to the... No, they did. No way. Maybe, okay, I should probably tell you this off stream. Especially when I'm already late. But I want to get this working. God damn it. Managing stuff in VR is always a nightmare. Okay, I want to try something. Display 3, keyboard, Windows up. Oh my god. Move this to there, go full screen here. Okay, I want to try something real quick. Steam VR capture. You're not going to see anything for a second. But if I capture this, capture a specific window, and Steam VR. Huh? Is that it? Capture any full screen application. That should work. You know, it's full screen. No? No? Okay. No? VR view. Is it gonna do that thing where it doesn't want to show the entire, or despite having the source? Oh, of course it does. Okay. I need to add just a window capture then. Window capture, whatever specific window. VR view. Get flashbanged, idiots. Why is that not working? I can't capture like the Steam VR view. Get flashbanged, Lamau. Crazy. Okay. Oh. Noises. Oh, is it? No, it's not doing the HDR thing. Okay, now I gotta... Hopefully this doesn't lag me too much. You know. Transform. Fit to screen. And then I go to filters, effect filters. Basically, I found a way to get smooth camera when you're still doing the Steam overlay view. Video stabilizer. Oh god, there's gonna be a delay though. Oh. You guys can see what I'm doing, basically. But I hope that makes the delay. I hope the delay isn't too much. Ah. Test. It's not that bad, right? I don't think it's that bad. Oh, I'm dropping frames, boys. Oh boy. I'm using my GPU. I'm really using that. I'm gonna join the Ages lobby before my invite expires. 5% of my frames dropped. I might restart stream so I don't have to do... I was trying out the fucking higher bitrate stuff again, but I just think with how much stuff I have running on my GPU, it's not gonna like it. How many people are in an instance? 5. There was 4 before me. Let me see. Player gimmicks, enhanced, high quality. But yeah, I just wanted this because you guys would be able to see what my HUD looks like. Yeah, see. Don't think it's worth it. Yeah, not worth it. Also might restart stream. Experiment failed. Am I still dropping frames when I'm over here too? No. Okay, yeah, that thing was causing me to drop frames a lot because it was using a lot of my GPU. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna go chat. Thanks for joining, thanks for subbing, thanks for watching. Hopefully Discord pinged this time. If not, I'm gonna have a conniption. I don't even know what a conniption is. I just think it's a funny thing to say sometimes. It didn't ping anyone! I told it to ping people. Okay, I'm pinging you guys manually. I'm about to ping you all. Okay. Twitch streams. There we go. Alright. I'll see you all on the flip side. After I have some 5-hour energy. They need to sponsor me. every fucking Ages lobby, I need some. Whoa. Some water. Where the fuck is Brim? Brim, if you're listening, get your ass in here. Now. I need my daily Yona angst. Okay. Definitely good job you guys can't see my DMs now. Uh-oh, that would have been bad. That would have been bad if I forgot. Totally not a naked woman in my DM. Whoa. Okay. What's Catherine's week been like? She was studying with Yona. Knows something's up. Doesn't know what. Doesn't want to push because she feels the same way about her own problems. He's probably late for medical training, despite being the one pushing for it. Classic Katherine. Alright. I should go invisible and go into her room. Bah. Disappears.
Have a good disappearing.
Whoa. Okay. I'm willing to bet no one's all. I could probably just spawn in the hallway. I could probably just spawn in the hallway, but I'll double check. I don't know if I want to walk the entire. But as you go for RP, you know, you get into him character's headspace. I'm committing. I'm not fucking minus oneing. We go to the room. This is where she would be after waking up because she was being sleepy. Okay. Okay. Overclocks. How is she feeling today? What's her attitude? Snappy? I'm feeling kind of snappy today. Am I gonna make any enemies today? I think I'm gonna make some enemies today. Probably not. I say that, but then she pussies out. Yeah. I usually do this part off stream chat, but I was already late, so I started stream before I even got on VR. Okay. I'll leave my gear here. Besides the gun, never anywhere. Yona, wake the fuck up! Wake up! Yona! Oh, no. Whatever. I'm gonna fucking do medical training. Whatever, I won't annoy. She might be off station anyways. Oh, shit. I'm gonna DM her. I'm gonna message her real quick. I swear, Brim got me playing Ark, and I set up a server, and I think I've made a big mistake because Brim will not stop playing their dinosaur game. They will not stop playing Ark, and they've dragged me into it. It's fun, But Brib, let's go RP. You're the one who poked me about RP.
You know, just indicate that you were basic. Indicate exactly what you told me. Howdy.
Hello.
Oh,
Good morning.
That's new guy.
One extra new.
Bloom's latest bit.
Okay,
Oh,
first
I'm
of
more
all,
than a
I've been
bit.
saying this since I've
I'm
gotten
a
here,
bitch, not
and
a
every
bitch.
time there's a new guy,
Okay.
I've always tell them that you're the new guy. Then there's a new guy, and you're new guy. And they
lost
might be
count.
new guy.
Are you like in the mood for flamboyance? You have like an air of like real bad girl sadness right now, like sad tears. You okay? Can I introduce myself?
That's just my normal
Is that
energy.
good?
That's just my normal energy.
Oh, okay, honey. Can I give you like the
But I
opposite
rock
energy
it.
right now? Okay,
Sure, I
okay.
don't care.
Hi, my name is Rhea Merriwick, Bard Extraordinaire. How are you?
Good.
I'm
I'm
looking
Katherine.
around.
Just call me Kat, though.
I should introduce myself as a hobo extraordinary.
I can also call you cute, but I won't. Okay.
People would believe it, especially if you start pulling out the Kansas soup.
Oh, okay.
What a Kansas
a
soup?
second there. I apologize.
Like if you especially
okay.
Call me
like
cute.
multiple of them on you.
I did.
I'll let you pass. This time.
Soup.
You know, one of these days, for some, you should just pull out a can of
Oh, no.
beans just to fuck with people.
No, that's R6's responsibility.
I would say I'm
No,
hungry,
April Fool's Day is a terrible freaking holiday.
Yeah, apparently Indy got possessed by Loki. I heard that happened.
Who got possessed by what?
I went to at least.
Indigos?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, I
So
met
there's
him
a
before.
guy
He's
that
so
I
cute.
used to be around
I like him.
named Indy.
Call him Uncle.
He got possessed by a mad god. And
I
he
mean this
simultaneously
respectfully, your uncle's
he,
cute.
he opened a Spears, no, not Spears, Sears. They was simultaneously in Quebec, Canada, Generic, Wisconsin, Zafira, Orlando, Saca, Ontario. Did I mention Montana?
Trying to decide if Katherine didn't know
Oh,
God.
they're
I don't know, I
explaining
kinda
what
lost
happened when
track
Loki
after
possessed him.
After the first place. which
I
don't
was
even
in
Now,
a
when you
Sears
say
that
Loki,
existed
do you
in
mean, like-
multiple different places
The
simultaneously.
Norse god. And then apparently Thor possessed Trash.
Okay.
So that way
You
he
already
could beat
lost
him
me
up.
at Mad God. Like I didn't even know gods were a thing. I thought they.
I
But it's not.
experienced.
Hi, I have a
switched
god.
places with an alternate
I'm-
version of myself,
yeah, you
so
were
I
my
wasn't
first
there for it. I'm just
experience
hearing what I heard
I never.
There you go.
I don't know.
when I
They're real.
mixed.
I thought
I
magic was like
experienced it in-
crazy until like a month ago.
Oh,
I mean,
what?
it is.
Oh, there you go. We got magic right there.
Wait,
Sorry.
I saw
Purplish. Are you shadowy magic?
Oh, no, dear. I'm
Yeah, I had no about gods.
hard.
You
I
stupid of me.
was reducing my headache a little bit because after listening about like gods and stuff, it kind of like threw me off.
Oh.
But yeah. So
Then I should probably explain.
Hi,
not
I have a god
explain
that I get my
why
magical
I
powers
was
from.
into Spears.
like actually though.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
I don't remember. Does that make you a paladin or what does that
People
make you?
said I'm a
I don't remember
cleric.
what that's called. Yeah, that's it, cleric.
I met a cleric one time. It was really beast.
Don't worry, I won't get all preachy on you. It's not that kind of god.
It's okay.
We're not out there trying to convert people. I don't honestly. I'm not even sure what I'm out here trying to do. They don't like. Anyway, hi.
You're
How's it going?
trying your best.
Are you like living day by day, like figuring it out?
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Sometimes I work here. Other times I pick up boxes and I move them from. Do you know how many people out there need boxes picked up and moved from one place to another?
Yeah.
It's like a
Quite a few.
It's a
Absolutely.
surprisingly amount.
Oh my god. I just realized.
Hey, Mac,
You alright?
Hi.
Oh my god, everybody up here's so fucking cute. Wait.
That's not new.
You must have forgotten that I existed.
This is just.
Oh, I didn't forget. You were the first person I technically really met.
You said everyone's up here is cute. I don't think I look all that cute.
Bitch.
Just get to exfoliate a little bit.
Oh my god.
You know, I'm sure we got some skin cream. We need to put some. We need to get some like cucumbers
Can
to
you
put
put
up
it
your
on my
eyes.
poncho?
First of all, John likes
eye.
that glass. The eyelash is getting rugged.
It's just not for your eyeballs. It's for like the skin
Feeling
I
around
feel
your
like I'm
eyes.
being ignored right now. I'm so sad.
Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
I
Ed.
heard
You probably
ya.
get better. You probably get better beauty tips than I do, cause
Oh, honey, I have coconut butter on tap. You don't understand. My nightstand is a man's nightmare. I'm just telling you right now. It's
wait, how
What's
many
the-
shampoos do you have?
What's a coconut butter?
including a leave-in.
Listen to this. How the how the
What? I don't
She
judge.
climbed.
She can live her own life.
My name's
No,
Rhea.
I'm
My
not
name is
saying but I
Barbie
proves
Jordan
my point that I was trying to make when I was talking about shampoos originally. Anyway, hi.
Oh,
Hey.
Yo,
Yep. Let's
Good to
go,
meet
though.
you. Oh my god. Everybody.
I turned inputs off.
Oh my god. Everyone up here is fucking cute. I love it. Hello. I was just kind of introducing myself to everyone. Howdy.
They're talking directly to us, both of us. You know, we're adorable, Charles.
She's talking to all of us.
I'm talking. So like,
But
I was
especially
feeling really surrounded,
I've
being
been
the only
kind
one
of like
on that
messing
side
with
of the
people
circle.
as they come down the stairs, but it's been really nice. Hi, my name's Rhea. How are you? I'm looking to potentially join.
I am
That's good.
Sakato. Welcome, I guess.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna be doing this like all even, so if I come off a little strong, just let your girl know. Oh, I can't get awkwardly
What does a
quiet
bard
like that.
even
We're all
do?
having a good time.
I've never met a bard.
There you go, there's a...
I think they like play like an instrument,
Sweetheart, am I your first?
and
Oh, I'm flattered.
Well, it's not just music. Bards can do other things too, like poetry and stuff.
You are the first bard I've ever met.
yeah, they like
Because
sing.
my mom used to be a bard.
Oh well.
They sing and
I
sometimes they
would
put you to
fully
sleep with their
give you a
singing.
full demo. Like I'm talking the whole shebang shaboodle.
No, she plays a
But
music
I'm
box
a
to help me go to
little bit-
sleep.
Hold on.
There's different kinds of bards.
That works on
Like,
you?
What? I guess there's different kinds of instruments.
Yes,
okay.
many kinds of bards. A bard is an artist that weaves magic
Oh,
Absolutely.
because-
into their art.
Is this like a
The-
magic being like music thing again?
Where? Oh,
I had a few people tell me that.
Right. So, like, I'm a little distracted. So basically, I use my music and my magic. I can help you. I can heal you. I can entertain. I can do a little bit of everything, but not so much. But
Isn't it true that y'all can also
So you're
damage
like a
someone's
jack of all
self-esteem so
trades?
much that
So
they
you
can
like,
die?
like what can you do?
not of all
though?
trades, because, like, I can't do, like, not, like, techie shit. That's not me. I have a nerd for that. He's really cute. You should meet him sometime.
have a
He's,
nerd?
like, really big ears. Right. I have a nerd for that. He's the one who figured out how to use everything for me to get up here, you know? I've been enjoying it. I have gotten this far. A whole, like, 35 feet, maybe?
Have you had the realization yet that we're
Oh.
upside down?
Yes, I've had the realization that we're upside down. Mr. Charles explained that. It's kind of nice.
I still haven't realized that we're upside down.
I love looking out the window. I
You
haven't
still
seen, like,
working through that?
everything else, though.
Still working through that, yeah.
Still calculating that out in that noggin.
Pretty much, yeah.
How's
I
that?
don't know,
How's
it
how
hasn't
many?
hit me yet.
How many lines of code are you working through to get there?
I don't know.
What are we doing
A
now?
lot, I guess.
okay.
I mean, I don't really think in lines of code. I don't think I do.
we?
No,
We
okay.
mostly
I
just
didn't
chat.
know if it was like a recursive thing or.
Okay, okay. Good to know.
No, it's not. It's just
Earth is a living space. Whatever you do within the living space.
I've been on
I
like an
suppose.
airplane once,
also cool.
and now I'm in space.
Right, there is
yes.
cool. I suck at
I don't know.
Brings you
Just,
to Aegis? You said you're
it
interested
just
in
hit me.
applying.
Just like have it hit me. Or
There's all sorts of
Right.
reasons people would want to.
It's just
apply.
like
that we are in space.
I don't think it'll hit me until
So-
I like do a spacewalk or something. We can
Hold
do
on.
those, right? Can we do that?
So, it's
That's basically-
essentially, I kind of explained this to him,
I
but
would expect that there's
my
probably at least
travels thus
something
far
around here
have
that you could do.
left me realizing that I don't exactly have it as bad as other people
I don't
do.
know. I don't know.
Using my gift to be able to help across
I think I
the
can live
worlds
in
and stuff
space.
might be a little bit better for my
I don't-
skill set than just
I should be fine.
trying to take people
I
down
was
a
kind of
peg.
wondering the same thing, but
So-
I still need to breathe air, so I can probably only go
Well, there
out
are
as far.
certainly
need to
some
cool
people we
down.
run
Like,
into
I-
that need to be
like, I still
taken down a
breathe.
peg.
But it's like not the
But-
same anymore. I don't
That
know.
is also
I don't know.
What do you
a
need?
good
Do you
that's
need
my-
use of
oxygen?
your skills. Trying to help others. Sort of what we do
Yeah,
around
I
here.
mean, that's
Because like you
I'm
can't.
pretty
you can't do that
sure
up there.
part of it.
the way
You'd have to
the
listen.
way my master explained it was,
Ah.
as long as I'm
Again,
cooled
it is
down,
nice to meet you.
I'm fine.
It's nice to meet you too.
Which is a
Well, I mean,
weird
out,
thought.
out
Doing
there,
this
you'd be
m-
very
like a
cooled
mini
down.
tour at the moment.
Yeah, space is cold, right? So I should be fine.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I just worried that it might be a little bit too cold, and you might like. Start
No, I can
cracking.
heat up
So-
if I need to. I can.
Oh,
I kind of got the gist.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
You okay?
Anyways,
The floor, a
Okay,
little
I'm getting a
slippery.
phone
Little
call.
sticky.
Who the hell? 1 second.
Well,
No, why is everyone looking at me? It just I was getting a call.
stare.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Oh my bad. Hold on.
Stare.
What
do
else
fill
is
us in
the
on who it
lovely
is and what they
feeling we
want,
have?
and when your car's warranty is expiring.
If it's a spam call, just put them on hold. Do the pot and pan method. Don't even
I'll
worry
pretend
about
to be
it.
on the
How'd they
phone
even
too, so
get
it's
my
not so
number?
awkward.
Oh, hold on.
Fucking corpo data scalpers. You're trying to sell me on car insurance. I don't even have a car.
Pizza.
Oh,
I live in space. I don't need a car. I need a spaceship. Spaceship insurance, maybe.
Do you have a spaceship?
Spaceship and what?
Do we have a shuttle? Can I fly the
Wait.
shuttle? Charles, can I fly the shuttle? Can someone teach me?
That is not my call to make.
So-
I'm pretty sure that's Athena's.
do we have shuttles around here, Scotto? You've been here longer than us.
terrifying.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's terrifying.
You want me to come with, or?
I don't like them.
Yes, please.
Really?
I don't
What-
like
why not?
meandering
What's wrong with them?
by myself
Seem
on
like
a
it'd be
spaceship.
fun.
I feel very
scary.
rude.
Wait, is this
It's a
scary?
reasonable thing to be afraid of. Similar to flying in an airplane.
As was basically
Yeah, what they said.
Big
Now
upfigure.
I'm getting a text. Is it
common
Yona?
area.
I haven't been able to find
There
Yona.
we have sort of the game's books, central console, stuff, kitchen, which will be stocked. There's lots of
Well, good to see you again, though. It's been a
Okay, we hope to see you in the
been a little bit.
the medical area.
Yeah, it's Yona.
Oh, yeah, I can
Okay.
do medical things. I'm just not.
Hope you've been all right and all that. You
Have we
all
met?
better now?
No. Sorry?
You're better now, because I think last time I saw you, you were all still kind of bruised up.
I still had some bruises, yes.
Oh, okay.
They've cleared up mostly.
You get
Maybe
into a
a
fight?
bit on my arm, but...
Mission, kind of. I think I kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fight.
Hopefully,
That is a-
they do not become permanent like the bruises in Hesky's face.
Oh, I know you beat people up. It's okay.
Bruises can be permanent?
I don't beat people up.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
maybe.
they got beaten up.
Hesky got his
Oh.
face broken, and then they
Oh,
never
I'm
went away.
sorry.
Did you bruise them even more?
Oh yeah, this is
We had
this is
a job to do.
yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, I
It's very chaotic.
I
today.
wish
No,
to start
go,
over.
go, go.
Hello?
No,
I
no,
am
no,
Scott.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm Kat. Katherine.
This is new guy.
Oh, you're... Oh, okay. I remember seeing your name recently. It's good to
Good
meet
things,
you.
I hope, right? Or just as a new, maybe in the chat room?
In the chat room, yeah.
Okay.
You have a good sense of humor. I think.
I try. Add some brevity to everything.
They've been humbled
Steve.
as of last time I hear because
Oh, you're funny.
they
I
are
need
no
a rematch.
longer undefeatable.
I'm no longer the reigning
Oh,
pool
yeah,
champion.
I just
something
realized, how do you
about,
fight? Because I don't know.
I have a big old shield and a thing to thwack people with. And then some
A
magic-y
thing
stuff.
Okay, so a mace? I hear. What's
Yeah.
the
To
thing?
keep a
Yeah, that's
longer story as
Okay.
short as
I was
possible.
gonna say, you
in
can tell
front
me
of
what
children.
the weapon is.
Yes,
mean,
we
really,
had
it's just a whack and
Operation.
stick, like, if you really think
I
about
got
it.
banged up pretty bad.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
hopefully-
fair.
And
Seems like
as
you held
I
up
said,
just
just
fine.
some
It's been a little while.
magic-y.
Very
Oh,
frustrating.
It was
stuff.
severe.
Nearly 2 months.
You have a big
It
shield
was
like
pretty
Grandma
bad.
does.
Had some broken bones.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but mostly I'm just there to
Never-
like
I've
stand in
never
front of
had
people
that.
because of the armor, you know. Might
I
as
would
well
say
make
I
use
can
of it.
don't jinx that, but
That's
I don't
fair.
think that's an issue anymore.
Do you?
Why does it look
have
like you're ready to
bones?
like run a race?
Because my
kind
feet
of.
hurt.
I mean,
I'm sitting
they're
down.
basically still bones, but I don't.
Oh, because you
I can also
have
just
like
get them
one leg and like
replaced, which is, I
this and
guess-
then the other one like
I
that.
can't
and that-
control
I guess in
how
heavy
it looks.
advantages.
Okay,
I
alright.
do not
just,
wish
it
to
just
assume,
looks like
but
you're about to
you
run like
appear
a
to be
marathon,
synthetic,
or well, I guess like the
You know
100-meter dash.
I'm
I
pretty.
know you guys don't
I'm
exactly
pretty
have
similar
You're
brains
to
gonna
to
go
do
run a
that.
marathon? Is that
I'm
what you're
very.
telling me?
Anatomically, I'm pretty
Ah.
similar, but it is all synthetic. There's no biology.
Yeah, pretty fast.
You want to see me do it again?
Yes.
Very
Oh.
expensive.
Okay, very expensive. Not it.
Yes.
Sorry.
And there's not many
Why
good
do you go that way and then
doctors
come
that
back
can.
that? Why not just make like a
Doctors?
full
What's the
circle?
term? I've heard Ripper Doc. I've heard Tech. I've
It's meant
heard.
to seem like I'm
I've
running
heard
really
engineer,
fast,
and no
then I
one
end
can
up
agree
back
on
over
what the
here.
term is for someone who
Well, did you
works
just
on
go around
like.
the
That's
corner
corpses.
and then?
Yeah.
Is it?
Depends on.
I just always call them
You
Ripper
wanna see me
Docs
run
to
because
the
it's
door?
cybernetics. Like.
You want to see me do it again?
If it interfaces with organic components, then this would be a rubber duck. If there are no
Wait, I
organic
wasn't talking
components,
to
then
you
this would be an
anymore. I don't
engineer.
know why.
Oh, weren't you?
Do you think you meet?
Sadly, no.
Understood, then it would be an engineer, probably. Maybe?
Well, there's
Is that a
not many
W
engineers
or an
then
M?
who. Are
This all goes
qualified.
over my
I don't
head.
know.
I'm sorry.
Basically, there's not many doctors who can work on me.
There's no
my,
indication.
I don't really have a long
Or
recovery
is that
period
like the
except trying to
world's
find
weirdest
someone
three?
who can work on me. Thankfully, now that I'm here in Aegis,
those-
there's a few
those-
people who fit that.
It's
I
an
understand
it's
this
an
well
edgy
enough.
3.
So my
Got a
injuries are
few
pretty
friends
risky,
get injured.
but when they are,
I
but
am
when there is
fast
someone
though,
available, it's
because
really
when I
You're
was
not
growing up in
fall
Saphira,
asleep
I had to be
around you.
fast.
I came into my
Hopefully that will
interview a
not
month
be an
ago
issue
injured.
here.
I'm gonna come back and there's just gonna be
And it
full,
only took like a week
Oh.
of repairs.
sentences written on
Yeah,
my
I
face.
had to get my leg replaced.
I wouldn't do that. That's
oh.
mean.
Well, I'm
Oh,
glad to hear that you're
probably-
doing better.
But
I would
Sean
probably
Connery
just-
isn't.
I would probably just like maybe throw
You-
a stuffed animal
with
on
a
your
broken knife?
face, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't do anything.
mean-
I wouldn't attach anything. That's
I
mean.
took a plasma round to the back of the leg.
Because
There
you're
was
asleep.
a souped up
Oh.
construction
you're
bot
awake.
chasing me.
If you were asleep, it would just be weird.
Okay.
Is that how that works?
I don't know if you've introduced yourself.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it whenever
this is my
people
friend.
write
Oh,
stuff
John.
on people's faces
Okay.
when they're asleep. It's
Hey,
mean.
Say that again?
I do
How
not
do
work
you know
here.
I'm not sleeping right now?
I am Magpie. I'm named after the bird.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure if you were asleep, you'd flop over
I like your coat.
like a ragdoll.
Like, what is that?
Thank
What
you.
material is this? Is this like?
I believe it is faux leather and some sort of synthetic cloth.
Looks good. I like it.
Fall.
Kind of got like a trench coat look.
Fall.
Mind you,
fall.
like,
And Taylor made it for me after my previous one got damaged or got damaged.
Fall over.
It's very
Great
nice.
nap? Wow, man, that was a great nap. Hi. Oh, you're still here.
Wait, what does that say on the back? What's that emblem?
Oh, this is the place I work for,
I never
the
left.
rack.
Good.
It is a bar in Zafira.
I'm
Oh,
here forever.
oh, I think I've
It's a
heard of
bar,
them.
yeah.
Well, I'll probably die someday.
Such a weird name
A
for a bar.
couple of us.
I don't want to think about
work there.
that.
That's
a little bit.
part of life.
I
I know
believe
it is.
Kid,
the
you got a
story goes
long ways to
when
go,
the
don't
owner, Onski-san,
No, I know.
he starts the bar there. It did used to be a butcher.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it though at one point.
Butcher shop. Sorry.
There are some people who just exist for
Is it like a barbecue bar?
long time. So you
Barbecue.
don't know. You could end up one of these.
My dad.
Barbecue.
And my
No.
mom.
We're percentage
That's a
bar.
missed opportunity. A meat rack being a bar
You
that
don't have
also
to worry
serves
about it for a
barbecue.
long
They have burgers, though. The quality tends to be
Yeah,
a bit
but I'm
questionable.
human. They're not.
Oh, is it like synthetic meat, like that fake shit? I guess that's.
Listen,
If they're in
you ever
Zephyr,
heard
they're probably
the
that's
phrase
probably
where
what
there's a will,
shovel
there's
down
a
their
way?
throats, anyways. They probably have a monopoly on
Yeah.
like the real meat.
That's all they have access to.
Yeah.
Which way is the
We
whip?
should start
need to
selling
make it-
burgers.
Well,
Oh, was it?
if you really want it badly enough,
Was it the clinic that
You
used to be
will.
a butcher shop? No, I can't
right?
remember.
You're like the essence of the thing that you want to have happen.
Oh, now I'm not sure.
Maybe there's gonna be a way to do it.
I'll go
That's
visit.
the-
Really long time.
I don't know.
I've just heard
Immortality
the
sounds
dressing.
like
Maybe
a
I'll
curse.
just have to
This is a
ask
little bit
competition
You don't
again.
necessarily need to be
to-
mortal, though.
I'll
You just like there's a
maybe
difference
change my gear
between
around.
going
I
on
want
a
to go
long
shopping
time
with
and
some
still
of the other
ending at some
recruits.
Oh, that's fair. I was
Given
gonna say, because if you
your
were immortal, you would just wake up doing the exact same
expensiveness,
thing over and over and over
I
again.
would
It'd
say
be
it
really
would
boring.
be
I might.
important
Okay,
to
let
at
me-
least bring something with you.
I'm gonna ask you a
I don't
question
want-
No,
you
I
probably are gonna
sometimes
not
get
like
harassed on my
because
way
you're
to
a
there.
child and
If
I
I go
don't
too
know.
long,
Boring?
though,
No,
I might
it's
be
cool.
like some sort of corpo agent or mercenary agent. I don't
Think
know if that's
about
what I wanna
me,
get
okay?
off, So.
Hmm.
But I'll
I
still
don't
be armed.
remember
I'm
anything
never,
that
never
happened
going
about
anywhere
6
unarmed,
years
but
ago.
It's just I have a lot of gear.
Easiest way to get there is
That's
Right?
not good.
Mm-hmm. So, what happened?
that
Like,
is-
did I
uh
die
I
at
like
that
a
point?
jacket.
And then now I'm
I want
here?
to get jackets today.
Or did I continue existing and this is just
I
like
want a
joke?
jacket.
yes, jacket.
Charles
I
around?
miss
It's a
my leather
different me.
jacket. Charles?
He's
It
gonna-
was here earlier.
Yeah.
He's probably down like
The garden or something.
Garden. Okay.
I like your jacket.
Thank you. It was out of business.
You were...
Cece.
Anyway, that's
Okay.
my point.
Got
is-
it. Well,
is
good
like,
to see you, I
like,
guess.
like
Um,
even if
Charles
even
is
if I
somewhere on stage.
He's
He was just
probably
here
in the
earlier.
garden, yes.
Okay, I'll go
did
check.
I
Thank you.
die?
Do you know
and
your-
restart it,
Okay.
or do I just
Listen,
Just
yes.
another way around.
They seem sure of themselves.
Never seen them before.
I
Be
think there are
entirely
ways
honest,
to
I
tell.
entirely forget who that is,
And
Stacy.
better question. If I do remember what happened, right? Does that mean that everything
It's
I've seen
complicated.
since then?
I'm not exactly sure what their relations
I
is.
think
Like, what
You're
if
making
I
there
was
was
a
the one with
completely
the
different
really
person?
cool windows. What is this? I knew their voice sounded familiar.
Kind of like my grandma.
Either way,
Because
if
she
you do
died
decide to go
and
down
she
to
couldn't
Severa,
remember
I would
anything.
bring equipment with you. The
Yeah,
more
she was
intimidating
down
you
a
tend to
really
look.
different. She thought that she was
I'm
just a
probably gonna
normal
do
It's very
peach
wise.
farmer.
I spent
not
a
so
month in
bad, is it?
Zephyra trying to find someone and doing it
no,
alone without any connection.
Until she realized
Yeah,
to
it's
her
Oh.
so
who my
big.
grandpa was.
I didn't
and
realize
then
how
it got
big
really
a hive city
weird.
could be.
Apparently.
I've heard about it. I heard about like the bigger corporate
Um,
cities growing
Because
up, but
imagine you're just like a, you
I
think
grew
you're
up in,
just
like,
a
a
normal
smaller
peach
city,
farmer,
like-
and then a guy
It
comes
is-
out of
You could
hell
actually
and says,
see this
"Hi,
guy.
honey,
Incredibly
it's been
large,
a
yes.
while."
You
That's
can sort of
essentially
see
what
this guy in certain
Ah.
parts of the waterfront.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
can see
not
that
used
being
to that.
awkward.
The sky still freaks me out a
It's
little
fine
bit.
now, though.
Is
the sky
all this
freaks
life
you
and
out.
death thing, you know, you like
Oh,
to
yeah,
Can't
little
tell.
say
Why
that,
is
you
that?
know,
Well, I've made it
everyone
to
has
here.
a
I'm very used to
Oh.
not seeing the
like, look at
sky.
me. Did I?
But then you go
am I
outside of the
second
city at
thinking
night,
that?
and there's all the lights up there. It looks like a bunch of cameras or eyes
You know,
staring
it gets
at you.
muddled at some
Kinda
point. So
spooky.
now, my
That is
recommendation
kind
to
of
you:
spooky if you phrase it that way.
don't worry about it.
Like some
Just
sort of
lean
dark
in and let
god
things
staring
happen,
at
yeah?
you from the abyss or something. I probably shouldn't joke about
I
that.
normally
Apparently,
don't
the
worry
abyss is
about
a
it.
real
I
thing.
used to, but
Nah,
I don't
good.
anymore.
It is very real.
Fine, then.
But
Yes.
that was only because when
Scary
Market
place.
got attacked, I was really
You've
scared.
been.
Oh no, no.
That's look, you're gonna be
I know of
scared
it.
again at some point in your life.
You'll hear stories.
Chances
Yeah.
are. It's
When Mom
Supposedly,
adopted
it
me,
is
I
where
was
all
scared of a
demons
lot
come
of
from.
things because not
Originally,
a lot
at
of the people
least.
that I know now used to go down to Severa, So whenever
Demons
I saw
from
like
the abyss.
demons, and
I
stuff,
do
I
not
would
know
freak
if it
out.
is true, but
Yeah,
Which
the
is
story
because
goes
of my
that
dad's side of the family.
many,
I could see that.
not
but
century,
I didn't know that your
eon,
dad was
long,
on, but
very
now-
long time
now
ago.
that- Now that I do, like, I
He's a hellhound.
But yep, okay, yeah, sure.
One
I
of
think
the
I actually
gods
vaguely remember your mother telling me
dropped
that
a
at
seed
some
of
point,
pure
but
evil
I don't
into the
know if
fabric
I
of the
just
universe, and
am
it
making that up in my
fell
head
and
of
fell
whatever.
and
Anyway, my point here is
basically
is
made a
there,
giant
like,
hole.
At some point,
And it just
you're
keeps
going to be
going
scared
and
of
going and
something,
getting deeper and
right?
deeper
But,
with every passing
you know,
moment.
that
And
just means
apparently it's where demons came
still
from.
got a little, you know,
I
whatever.
thought
makes
demons
you
came from
there.
like some sort of fiery plane or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to think now.
I've been scared
Information about
shitless.
this.
Demons do not come from hell.
Now, 'cause
Devils
I've
come
never
from
seen
hell.
Probably
demons
thinking
That's what the
about-
human supremacists in my city
I'm
is
not scared of
always
clowns
touting on.
anymore
Demons
because I
come
met
from
Well, there
Mr.
are
Jojo
definitely
and
some
he's really
demons who come from
nice.
hell. Though originally they come from the abyss, so I am
I'm not
told.
scared of Malleus anymore.
There was
I used to
a
be,
big
but I'm not
war
anymore.
that caused a lot of demons to move over there.
Interesting.
I think.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, it's
Okay, now-
Demons wish to spread themselves
told
out.
me that if I was bad, he would come and eat me.
Now I'm subtly
This is
terrified.
also why.
But then I,
Demons
but
are
then I
ca-
met him, and
demons are very
No,
obviously
scary.
I
Yes,
was
you
should be
scared
scared.
because my adopted mom told
Oh,
me.
well, I don't think you have to be scared of the sky so much, but there are scary things out there among the other planes.
But look, you don't necessarily have to think of it right
Maybe
now.
all
I'm just
this
saying, at some
is
point in your
on a
life,
mission.
I think the only thing I'm really scared of is
Zara.
Zars, but I think they're gone now.
Planes
I went to the Arctic.
If you get lucky,
Basically,
you'll
my last
never
first
ever have
mission was in the
to
Arctic.
deal with demons.
Are they that bad?
Well, no, they're movies.
They're
Yeah, you say that.
difficult
but,
to
you know,
handle
you're actually
and very
watching them,
vicious
and you're
in
probably
many
too young for
cases.
a lot of them still, so don't worry about it. But I'm
Not to
just saying,
say
at some
all
point,
demons
Are they
you'll
like-
probably watch a movie and you go,
Are they like animalistic,
Kinda like
or are they like what? Like
Some are.
I don't know.
Some are very intelligent. Some
oh,
have
so they have
guns.
like full
Some
consciousness.
are-
They're
You
basically
get the
people.
single
but just-
little moment.
Very
of-
big.
but then
And
you're
try to
like,
squish
"Oh,
you.
it's just-
Almost
that's
got
not
crushed
real,
by one.
I'm fine."
Oh wait, no, I take it
just-
back. I
Actually,
am
I've
scared of
been
one thing.
almost crushed by a number of
Bigger than
demons.
Ashra?
The boogeyman.
Broccoli.
I
No.
saw
Ashra
one
is
that was
giant.
like 3 times his
Yeah, he
size.
shows up in my
He
nightmares
tried
a
to
lot.
squish us. Almost stepped on him, and
He shows up in my nightmares, but then
So,
Yeah, that's
thankfully
not
that did not
funny.
happen.
That was as big as a skyscraper.
you met him before.
What?
You can't. Yeah, you couldn't see him though.
how
He's the
long
one
were
that
you in
picked me up and
Zythera?
carried me out.
A month.
That one time when we were in the
I was
garden.
mostly in industrial.
Long enough.
Definitely
You
real,
might hear stories.
it was a real friend that you got. Yep.
Yeah, we're working
A
on making
number
it so
of
people can actually see him now.
years ago now.
Because so far the only people that have been able to see him are the
Close
people
to
at Orlando
almost 2
Saka,
now.
but that's only because of the mana rain.
A demon was
Those
unleashed
were all-
into
you know, the
the
funny part, kid.
market
You
district.
say words that I don't even understand sometimes.
Brought along with it many other
He
demons.
needs
It ended up
mana
opening
in
a
order
rift
for people
and
to see and hear him. And sometimes in Orlando Saka, because of
A lot of
something that
lives are
happened
lost.
with the magic in the world,
One of them pulled my arm off.
specifically, it rains
You
mana.
were there.
Looking at the scorch
So
marks out of
whenever it
my.
rains mana,
Yes,
people are
I
able to
live
see
in
it.
Zafira. I went to go help people.
Okay.
When them
Well,
pulled my
you were
arm
there
off,
for that
I still can't get the
disaster?
scorch marks out.
everywhere all the time.
Yes.
It's
Damn,
called a
okay.
ley
And one of them was as
line,
tall
but
as a
apparently
skyscraper.
something happened to it.
How did they
stay
kill
the
it,
fuck
or did
away
it
from
run
that.
away? Like what happened?
Alright.
Like how do you even kill something that
I think
big?
it died.
Like a missile? Or
I don't really know, but
I
that's what my
don't
mom said when I
think it
asked her why the
died.
ring was blue.
The one who was controlling it
And
was
glowy.
killed, and it stopped moving.
Alright, at least as
went
long
back
as
to
it's not
sleep.
green.
Nah. No.
Yeah.
It's blue and
They
glowy.
ended up
Someone was controlling it. so that's
slowly but
terrifying.
surely.
Oh, what happened to the? This, oh, I guess.
Yeah, I'm never going to Zafira alone. Never, never again.
Yeah.
Fuck
There
that.
hasn't been an apocalypse in the past couple of years. It's great.
Well,
In the
That
past
was a
couple of
fun
years.
little-
Zafira has had a number of
don't worry about things.
unusual occurrences over
If
the
you
years,
start
but
worrying about things, you'll never end up stopping.
they
about
don't
worrying
happen
about
every
things.
day,
It's
and they
this
don't happen in
whole
every district.
cycle of
The
worry
city
that
is
you
very
don't
large,
get.
so
I guess it's
when a
big
place
enough
gets
to where-
attacked,
Yeah, alright.
One entire
Yeah.
district would probably
We're
go
on
up
the
in
same page.
flames, and another district just wouldn't even notice
Yeah.
until it hit the economy a month later, or something
Mm,
like that.
Just,
not
just
that
keep doing the things
large,
you do, yeah?
but
Keep learning
they're
and,
large enough that it is
growing
easier
and,
for them to
Yeah.
form a barrier and cut
You'll,
things
uh,
off,
you'll be fine.
quarantine the problem.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I technically already know what I might look like when I'm older,
The other
apparently.
time there was the
That was 'cause
dead
of April
started
Fools.
to rise and take over the entire waterfront district
Yeah.
and destroy everything.
I switched spots with another
Lost my home
version
for a
of me.
bit, but then we took it back.
Oh.
What started it?
Okay.
Sorry.
Horrifying things.
My mom said that
Oh,
she
just
had
things?
she almost had a heart attack because she walked in my room and she
Zombies.
saw me
They're dead.
older.
Okay.
Oh. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be
Strange
surprised.
ones about.
Charles
I saw a guy with no
talked about
legs here
similar
because
stuff
of
like that.
Halloween, so sure.
I'm sorry for that as
Very
well.
little things actually surprise me.
Apparently, she's like really, really cool though, and
Thank-
she's kind
no
of
offense,
doing what
but
I
thank
want to do when I
God
grow
I did
up.
not
Because
grow up in
apparently she's a
Sarah.
druid, and that's what I want to be.
I thought my city
So
was
So
dangerous.
Like a parallel universe.
It was normal for
thing?
like high schoolers to carry guns
Because I
you
was
didn't want to get
asleep
mugged
in
on the way home
bed,
from
and then I
school.
woke
But
up in a forest,
random demon
and then there was a
insurrections.
glowing deer, and they
that-
said
that was
apparently
never
something
even a
happened in
concern for
regards to this specific day.
It's gotten a lot better
And
now,
they
though.
said that they were going to
There's
try
a
to
tough
fix
about.
it, but they
Or
didn't know how
forget
they
it, maybe
could because
violence or
because she
speaking of help.
moved from the
I-
room.
Yeah,
I
I'm familiar with
apologize for
cults.
the
That's just a
intrusion.
version.
We did a
Yeah,
sim
like,
on
who
one
knows
of the bug
what
cults.
changes
You're
can happen,
Sakoto,
what choices
right?
you make that doesn't lead you to the exact
Hi.
same thing.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay.
I did have a lot of fun though. The
so-
glowing deer said that they were
Mr.
sorry for
Charles
what
said that,
happened, and
you
they
were
asked me
there
if there was
longer
anything I
than
wanted,
him.
what would it be? And I said
are
to
you
talk to animals. so
frankly
now I can
busy
talk
at the
to
moment?
animals.
I don't want to pull you away if this is like important.
Not
just have
really.
something.
Okay.
I asked for permission
What's,
though first before I
what's
actually
up?
understand them and talk to them.
Oh,
Because
I
sometimes
just
they
want to
don't,
know
they don't like being
if
understood.
there's anything
and that's okay.
you can kind of tell me about this place that I haven't already learned,
Can you
so I can
ask
kind of
birds why there's such
compile,
assholes?
make some
Oh, wait,
decisions,
sorry.
that sort of thing.
Such
No,
but
I
if you're not
cannot
okay with
because
that,
I'm not
mean
I'm
saying
alright
that
with
word.
it.
Was someone giving you a tour?
I suppose what
Why
would
they're
you like to
such-
know?
so mean-spirited.
I've been here for a few years
no,
now,
I
yes.
can't really
but
go up and ask them because they're
I
very
don't know what all
skittish.
you have heard or been told.
I will
They fly
hold
away when
one
you get
down
your-
for you.
Basic
Don't do
online
that, that's mean.
searches. I like to kind of visit a
Yeah,
place
well, so
before.
are they.
A physical presence means
Not
a
my
lot
fault,
more
you
than
look
what
like
you could
that.
potentially
They
look up. That's how
got
you
their
actually get to know
comeuppance up, I'm
people
telling ya.
beyond, well, what you see online.
Must be nice
Um,
having a choice.
I got maybe one question, and I think I'll have my answer.
I need to play
if you could describe
Catherine a bit more
ages
still.
as
I'm
like
moving around
moral
too much, I'm
compass,
too
from
energy.
like gray to not gray to kind of on the well end side, what would you think your personal opinion on that would be? I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but it was kind of helped me out a little bit.
I guess morally, we're people trying to do good things for other people.
Okay. I like that. That's what I like to hear.
I think the slogan is "Heroes for Hire," or our slogan, I guess. Isn't it?
Prior?
I don't believe that's the
I've heard that
slogan.
term. That's what I was
Oh.
in the impression. Because we do contracts
Maybe-
and we do missions and they're technically paid for. Heroes for Hire. I don't
That's
know.
what he said.
Sometimes, though a lot of the time we don't actually get paid.
Classic.
Our boss pays us, mind you, but
Yeah. Still.
most of the
But
time
yeah-
What I
we
like to
don't
think about it,
actually get.
leave the world a better place.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was hoping to hear.
Trying to make things better where we can.
Okay.
A lot of the time that involves responding to different crises. People who need help, they call upon us, ask for aid,
Alexa,
Come
lower
running.
temperature 3 degrees.
or flying or teleporting or whatever people do.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. You guys hit the ground running whenever people need help. All right.
Listen, I've been on
See,
2
this is a
missions
lot
since
better
I've been
if,
here. One of them was to help a fairyland get broken out of some weird things that were happening there. So that was one. And then the other, and we got ice cream out of that. That was a good day. And then the
Oh,
other
I
one
love
was
ice cream.
we have to go find a potion for somebody.
Really?
And
Okay,
we
so
got that done
diverse.
by turning cockatrice into a frog for a little while. And then it got
Okay.
unfrogged, and it was very angry, and we had to run very fast. Anyway, my point here is,
My
there you go.
first operation, mission, whatever you wish to call it. I got asked to accompany a group that was being sent to handle a demon invasion.
I don't think I should tell.
A bunch of
Really?
rifts had
Okay.
been opened and demons were spilling through.
Probably
It was terrifying, but we got them closed and made it out alive, so we considered that good enough.
I consider that a success. Yeah.
Very sharp.
My first mission.
I know, you've told me before.
Oh, and then the last one, we got asked to go and help with a hostage situation at a bank. Gang
Yeah, I think
had
my
come
mom's on
in.
my shadow right now.
They'd
Okay.
taken a lot of people hostage, were stealing things from the bank's vault.
You'd be
and,
surprised.
we sort of managed to stop them. We managed to get everybody else out.
And a book
Alive,
turned into
so
a monster and tried to
That was really all that mattered.
It was a weird day.
The money's probably
Well,
insured
at the end
anyway.
of the day, that really doesn't matter.
Like a
That's what they told us. It's
I
the
guess.
police we were
Guess
working
that's
with.
probably what it was, yeah. There were a
They
lot
just
of
needed help.
things.
Some of the people that
Yeah.
were
Mom has a mimic in her cave.
What I'm
supernaturally
getting is,
enabled.
it's
His
very
name is
diverse
Reginald.
from the small to the
But he looks
Okay.
like a giant pile of
Yes.
stuffed animals.
I
Because
feel
that's
like I
what she
can
hoards.
manage.
Oh. Great.
He's like the horde protector
I
in a
mean,
way.
thank you. You essentially both of you really answered my question perfectly.
He's really nice though. If you can figure out which like pile he is and you go up and you pat.
I'm sorry I
Come on
couldn't
the
answer
head,
it
he
in
gets
less
real happy.
words. It's hard to paint a picture
No,
without
no,
explaining some of the things we've experienced.
Right. I mean, I can kind of picture it in my head, but it's a difference whenever you hit the ground. Like I kind of like, okay, I sort of know what I'm getting myself potentially into. Thank you for that. I really needed that.
Of course.
Neat. So are you becoming the 8th generation of new guy?
I'd like to hope so, maybe.
Ah,
I
neat.
believe he started
Oblivious,
counting.
a little out of character there. But Oblivious is so good
Yeah,
at
they're
that.
the 8th generation of new guy after I was the new guy.
They just like get into it,
Are they the 7th?
reflexively go.
They are the 7th, yep.
Wait.
Okay.
But you know, we'll see how they do. 'Cause- or if they even, after they sleep on it, if they even want to stand up.
Sleep on it, and hopefully, I'll have a
floating
couple
over
of
the world.
conversations with my partner, like whenever I get home and figure some things out.
Are they joining too?
Cool.
Is it going to be like a duo thing?
Oh no! I mean, I can talk to her about it, but I don't know if she'd be potentially interested. They do have military backgrounds, so
Seems like we have a lot.
maybe
of them.
I'll bring it up to them. Maybe potentially.
I was just curious.
Lots
Can I
of
see the
people
ring?
around here. Military people. Not military
There's
people.
medics, there's like
Clerics.
scientists, there's
We have
have
clerics and
sailors.
doctors.
we
don't
have
work here.
child.
I do a little bit.
People who don't work here.
Not going into war.
Please
Well,
don't
that's
put
what I'm
this
saying.
baby
Like
in a
you
war.
fulfilled the role of child.
The
I'm
token
witty,
child.
I'm the witty side character.
Sure.
Yeah, we don't employ children, I think.
Good
No,
to know.
they-
I was about to start freaking out a little bit.
No, they're the child of somebody else who comes here, so they're often
Yeah.
used.
Right, I remember that
Some
part,
of us
but
live
I
on
didn't hear
station,
the...
so sometimes we have families around.
Just saying, there's many facets to this place, and sometimes it's child. But yeah.
The light
Wait.
of your life. The
Did they
entertainment.
take you? Did they take you into the room?
Yes, I
The most
fucking
actually...
love
offensive
her.
room of all time.
I'm gonna actually have to disagree with you on that one. I'm sorry. I understand. I apologize that your struggles, but honestly, it's more like a powder blue than a blinding white. I mean, sure, the wallpaper could use a little. I'm so sorry. I felt like I needed to apologize because Charles was like, "Hey, she's in the walls," and I'm like, "What do you mean she's in
Oh
the
no,
walls?"
they know my
Who's in the
feelings
walls?
about it.
So
Hybrids, I
it's
guess?
not.
They are the
more
walls.
supportive. It's really pretty.
I've heard things like this.
But the stained glass is really pretty.
I don't think they're like
Kind of
actively
rainbowy.
spying on people.
I mean, okay, it has a certain aesthetic. It's just I
mean,
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
spying if you're just aware of everything? It's not
To be
intentful.
fair, it just,
I feel like there needs to be intent.
It looks like
for it
it
to
just
count
looks
as
like
that.
it looks kind of like a really shiny church.
If
It's
someone's
like
standing beside behind you, like over there, talking with someone else, I'm not really gonna listen to that
I'm glad
conversation.
you enjoyed it.
it wasn't like I closed my eyes for like a second, and then I opened and I'm like, oh.
You know, I was really hoping that I could get another one on our side so we sort of petition.
Oh, okay, hold on.
so we could actually
You wanted me
get
to.
it down.
Alright, you wanted me to
No,
act. You
no,
wanted
yeah,
me to
okay.
act. You wanted me to act. Okay, hold on.
No, I didn't want you to act. I wanted you to tell me your honest truth, which was that the room
Sweetheart,
sucks.
I can don't insult me. I can go off book. Don't even worry about it. I walked in. I stood there. It was the most
Reminding
dreadful
me of
experience
Aurora,
I've ever had. in
I
my
know,
life,
right?
man.
It's just so
It was
bright and
so
like
bright and
makes your
terrible.
skin itch. I just
Oh, right. I'm just getting the mosquito bite.
Yeah,
house.
Very personality.
Chris, you hear
I
this? I gotta
don't
put
remember
another
what we were
one.
saying, but
I don't
if
know.
you have any
Just tell me
questions,
They can't act.
feel free to let me know.
Literally goes
I'll
against
try my best to
everything.
answer.
What do you do? Like, are you a fighter? Are you a
I
medic?
thought
Are
you
you
said
like
I
on
thought
range?
you-
Definitely not a medic.
I wanted the
Uh,
truth from your own
I-
words. I didn't.
Know how to
You did get the truth.
put pressure on a
You
wound.
did.
Perfect. All right, excellent.
Charles was
I
supposed to
didn't
teach
want
me
to
like
impose the
today.
truth on you. That was
Fighter and occasionally when they
My
ask
heart.
for it, sneaky type.
I enjoy your
Infiltrate.
art. You're witty. You're very, very witty. I
Hmm.
like that.
Maybe we'll go on some stealth missions sometimes.
Hear that?
Stealth is my
Hear that?
specialty.
Hear that?
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Don't-
doing it
don't-
now.
Kind of.
You're thinking about it too much, buddy.
I don't know, I'm just curious. Like, what type of fighting do
Anywho.
you do? Like sword, fist? I don't know. I'm looking for sparring
Garden's good though,
partners.
yeah. Garden.
I haven't seen them
Oh,
much, and I want to
Oh,
brush
okay.
up.
I'm
on
allowed to say that?
definitely not a
Buccaneers.
sword.
I've
I've
heard
considered
a lot
it.
worse, trust me. I'm from Zafira.
I
Just
often
don't
use
say
a
it.
dagger if anything, if I
Yeah,
need to use something
I wouldn't
lethal.
say it. I was allowed to say the A word once.
But no, I am a scion.
Okay. You got the A pass.
I use it
Oh, I've
already.
heard of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, alright.
like
Makes sense.
psionics,
Fair,
like
fair,
my
fair.
stuff.
So the garden looks like the most
Yes.
zenest,
I've
chillest
heard-
fucking place.
I've
Like
heard
I'm
about
getting
that type of.
creative.
Is it a type of
whiplash.
magic? I'm still trying
In
to
a good
understand
way.
that type of stuff.
It's a nice place.
I would not
You
call
get
it
to just
magic,
sit down, lean against
though
a tree
one
and
could
enjoy
make a
the-
comparison. Supernatural
Oh.
force.
Like, it's still like a
Something
little, like,
some people can do and others cannot.
So tempted to just
So-
pass out in the middle of like.
How
I
does
can
that
make
work
things
then?
happen with my mind.
Mhm, mhm.
That's
So you can
about
like
it.
make people
Nearly
like
enough
ignore
time
you
in
or
that
not
garden. Now,
see
to be
you,
fair, it
and is
doesn't
that
have
how
the
you
pool
sneak
table,
by?
which
Like you can
is a
basically just be like,
downside.
you
I
don't see me,
agree.
you don't see me, you don't see me, and your brain.
But we
does it?
definitely-
Yes,
Is that how
actually,
it
It's
sounds?
that's
until
that's true.
I win against
Actually, I
you.
understood
I've
that
thought
without
about
me
that.
even
You
saying
didn't
anything.
win, I lost, all right?
Yes,
Speaking
I am a telepath.
Would you
I
like to
can.
Sure.
Is that
Sense
connected to why your eyes
people.
glow
Falling
every once
early.
in a while?
Hey, okay, listen.
Oh,
it bounced off of
that's
two
actually-
other
that's
balls.
Iris.
That was not even my fault.
They say hello.
I cannot.
It was your fault. You're the one that
Iris?
took the shot.
Any joke.
Yes, they are a spirit.
I blame it
They've
on
been with me for several years now.
gravity.
We're sort of,
Geometry? Yeah, one of those two.
you know.
Anything that's not me.
Is that like
Yeah,
source of your
together.
powers, like how like Gloom has
Sure,
his
that's
eye
all.
that like kind of like bestows
It's also
on them?
physics
Is that
very
like how you get your
common, like how
psionics,
much
or is that
force
an
you put
entire
into
separate
it.
thing?
Maybe?
But I don't know physics.
Not entirely sure. Neither of us really understand the connection. But I was born without the gift for magic, so who knows? I didn't start doing things until after I met them, so there is a possibility.
Maybe.
You know,
I don't know. That's
I'm
just
not
cool.
sure if I've
Maybe
ever
we'll do
met
some
anyone
stealth stuff, like
who's-
stealth stuff sometimes.
who is psionic and uses magic at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they are irreconcilable? Not word. What is word?
Hmm.
There's a word for it.
When I was young, I took a test to discover whether or not I had this gift, and they determined I did not. So, later I started throwing things.
And then it worked. So they thought you didn't have it, but you did, and then they.
I didn't even know what Cynex was before leaving my home.
And they tested for it, but you didn't even know what it was? That seems kind of...
Not for Cynex, the gift of magic.
Misunderstood. Oh, magic. Okay. Sorry, misunderstood.
Yes, to cast spells with words, or if you have some sort of innate gift.
Yeah,
My
one of the
parents
officers, I forget
both
the
knew how
name.
to use some magics, but it seemed I did not inherit this gift.
Apparently there's like a type of stone you can hold that tells you like what type of magic you can cast, if anything. One of the officers was supposed to bring it by to see if you and I could do magic.
Sort of.
Here.
I suppose it would be a bit unusual if you could, but I've
Why?
seen stranger things.
Why?
We
Would it be?
do not often have souls. Souls are a requirement for magic, usually. Unless you have some, like, Magitech stuff in you.
I mean, I should have a soul. I was born human.
Yeah?
Oh.
I wasn't originally like this. I had a mom.
Oh, so you're a
and dad and everything.
cyborg. Okay.
I think that's the term.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's a lot of different terms.
I've heard a few
All kinda
different
goes over my
things.
head.
The more I'm probably not the best to explain this. I've gotten to understand psionics, but because I never possessed the gift, I was never given the chance to really learn much about
I'll
magic.
ask Ethereal
I
about
know
it or
some
something.
things and some concepts, things my parents taught me or things I learned from others, but I truthfully don't know much about magic in a practical sense.
Ethereal might know. They're kind of like they do magic tech stuff, so it's kind of like there's an overlap. They did some of my.
He knows
magic.
some things, but a stone, I've heard of these. It is meant to be like a catalyst. You hold the stone, you incite, or what, recite, I think? You say the runes, magic words, and it tries to pull the magic from you, the mana in your body, and casts a small spell. Usually just glowing, and it reacts to the kind of mana that flows through your body. So it turns colors, giving you an idea of perhaps what kind of affinity you might have. Though I've heard people having unusual colors, it's not uncommon. People who have different mixes of colors. It
Like
can't
different-
really tell.
Like different elements or something. I was reading one of the books in the archive about magic.
Some
and
people have
about it.
one affinity, some people have two, and I've even heard of, in rare instances, people even having three.
Must win the lottery there. Kind of like winning the genetic lottery, but with magic.
I suppose. Yes, very lucky.
I think my brother August has a fire affinity. I know most of the stuff he does is with his alchemy often involves fire.
Yes. What sort of affinity you have tends to determine what sort of spells or magics come to you the most easily.
Maybe I'll try to get some training in. I don't know, I have a lot to catch up on. I want to do some medical training first. Which hopefully will be today. I'm sick of like shoving potions down people's throats and hoping they swallow it.
Oh, I have been told there is a good way of doing this. I'm
Yeah,
not
something with, like,
very good at
massaging
it.
I've had to do that before in the past, not with potions.
Oh,
To
I
make
was
sure
told
someone swallows something.
pushing down the tongue.
Oh, I thought I was taught you just have to like kind of like massage the throat with like a few
That too.
fingers.
I don't really know how it works.
Pushing down the tongue. I guess when I was shoving the bottle in, it would have already pushed it.
I
don't know.
don't know.
I wasn't getting
I'm not
precise
very good at
instructions
it.
when I was taught how
I
to
tend
do
to
it.
leave medical practice to others.
No. I didn't sleep that well. So I'm still like acclimating to the station. It just feels. I'm not used to. Enclosed box.
I would offer a blanket, but I do not have any on me at the moment.
Not. I
Shut
have
up,
some.
bag.
I have some in my room. It's just weird.
It
I'm used to like a bedroom.
definitely took me some time to get used to it, but the more time you spend here, I'm sure you'll eventually grow used to it.
Hopefully. I don't know. It's just weird sleep lately. So what's your story?
I don't know.
What was it? It was, what's your name again? It was some sort of bird. It was a
Magpie.
magpie. Okay. Sorry, I'm not. I just remember it was a bird name. So like, you two are friends, I'm guessing. I mean, you mentioned that too. But like, what do you do? What do you have a job? What do you do? What's your thing?
I run it in down in Zafira.
First.
Say again.
I run it inside of Zafira, like a hotel.
Oh, like a hotel. That's pretty cool. So that must be actually. What part of Zafira is it? Like, do you need guards or anything?
Dakota
It's right
is
next
head
to
of security.
Jack.
Oh. I guess I should ask you that. Is it like? Ooh.
Meat Rack is both
It's in
a
the-
bar and a sort of conglomerate of businesses on the street next to the bar.
Okay, so it's right near the meat rack. Okay, I might.
Yes.
Maybe I'll stay
Hanski-san and
in
the others have renovated a lot of the buildings, repurposed them, turned them into actual businesses that can take care of people.
why not.
I'm going to be doing multi-day trips into Zafira in the upcoming future, trying to look around and gather information. And I guess I'll use.
See, I
maybe
can
stay
see
a
it
few
being a
nights in
little
the hotel. or
finicky if it
something.
was like through there,
Be
because
nice
apparently
to
that goes
stay
deeper
somewhere
into
with
the ship.
people I already know,
But
Yeah,
especially if
only
you're head of
the
security.
training
Core
room where
members are
anyone
allowed in
who's
Is
here
this?
can kind of access. So.
Yeah.
You see a place called Skipson. This is the business I run.
Skibson? Like S.
Yeah, it is right next to the bar.
Okay, good to know.
It is named after my sibling Skipper. We are another synthetic.
You're right.
Yeah. What about you?
I was gonna ask if I would like to do some first aid training.
I'm down. I need to learn.
Alright. You too?
I've already received first aid training, but wouldn't hurt to get a refresher. Though I do want to spend time with my python.
Sure. I mean, hey, I'm gonna be around here more, so just offer it another time.
Are we doing it now?
I mean,
Apparently.
that would be preferred.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just didn't know if I was supposed to follow you. Let's see you in a bit.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck. Like I'll be putting you through hyper stress.
Well, I'm gonna be miserable.
Are we going to the
Gotta
set?
be a little quicker.
Are you going in backwards so you don't get...
After you.
You already have an eye patch on. It's like you get half the light. Oh my god, every time.
I mean, at least he's a gentleman about it.
There.
Son of a.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I need to train so that it doesn't.
Do you need my poncho or something?
It doesn't work, Charles. I've tried that. I've tried a hat, I've tried a poncho, I've tried
An umbrella, nothing of it. Just the mere presence of it seems to trigger whatever. It's not even the eyes. That's the thing.
Oh, is it like because we're in a cathedral and it's something with like gods and stuff? Or like what is it?
No. It's just brightness, bright lights.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
Sunlight.
because your shadows.
Sunlight is the worst.
But
Light magic, don't even get me
started on that. Yeah, okay.
See, I'm lucky. I
Oh,
inverted my
much
view. Not
better.
everything's
Very
all
comfortable.
black and white.
See, I can just
Walking
do that.
sludge.
You know, and just keep going. And keep going. And keep going. And keep going. That's what I thought. Bye. We're gonna be doing join.
Well, nope.
It's fine. Everything's okay.
Keep your mind on
Yep.
things for a few minutes.
I know.
I'm
Don't think
so
about
sorry.
the itching. Don't think about the itching. You know what the worst part is?
Yeah?
Start itching and I gotta have to.
And you can't scratch it? Yeah, I
Yep,
understand.
that's
Charlie,
how
are
that
you
works.
absolutely certain that there's no other area that this can be done in?
Oh, hang
Nope,
on.
nope, it's fine.
Also, having
Come on.
the only element is
No.
that I couldn't simulate actually having to work on these
Same.
wounds. So,
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just go ahead. I will bear it. We'll grin and bear it.
Training.
all
Last
right,
you'll hear of me for about it.
I'm sure you probably already have some. Don't you?
all right. So, first things first
not very
of medical training. So, mostly what we're going to be covering today is not going to be the high-level magics or anything of the sort that you'll probably think of when you see some of the medics running around here. What I'm going to be working with you all on is the ability to stabilize a wound. With the stabilized wound, magical healing should have a greater effect, as a lot of the pieces have already been put into place for magic or other advanced healing, such as stim packs, nanomachines, or other technologies. Will be able to move forward and do the rest at a far faster rate. Doesn't necessarily cover things like regeneration, which typically have to be done quicker, and then the body will simply take care of the rest of the work. So, when you are working with a wound, typically a bullet wound, a cut, anything of that nature, the first thing you want to do is identify the wound. Obviously, this will make sure you know what to actually treat, but also how severe it is. There are times where you will need to prioritize what wounds are addressed first and which ones are addressed later. But simply, a wound that's blown off most of someone's arm takes a higher priority over a nick from a knife. You all know this, I'm very much sure of it. Next step comes on actually addressing the wound based on which type it is. So for example, burns will require different treatments, different types of bandaging than a gunshot wound. So in that regard, you will need to use that assessment to determine what you do next. So, let's start with the basics. Gunshots and knife wounds. Two of the most common ones you'll be seeing if you'll be doing what I do. The first step in both cases is to clean the... Actually, hey, Simon would be a great help for this.
Hey, Simon.
Everybody
Welcome
meet
to
Simon if you
Bill.
haven't already met them.
Welcome to
Simon.
hell.
Hey.
Everyone else's medical training is hell. So, the first step is cleaning the wound. Now, normally, one would think you would immediately move straight to bandaging. However, if you already soak a bandage, you negate its ability to clot as well. Removing the blood, debris, and other matters from wounds will allow you to clearly address the problem, remove any sediments or issues that might cause later infections, as well as any pieces that might be left on the person, if it's medically suitable to do so. The next is the part that everybody hates, sterilization, the part that burns. Most of our kits come with disinfection kits. These will be the wipes that many of you have probably seen. It's gonna sting for the person that you're doing this to, unless they have very good pain control. But this is a vital part of wound care. Before the advent of modern medicine, infection, when you were not dealing with an immediately fatal wound, was the most common reason people died. So, making sure that that part is stabilized is key. Finally, third is either bandaging or treatment, and this depends on what exactly you're working with. So for example, sometimes if it's a really rushed job, you might resort to a packing bandage, which is essentially just really thick bandage you just stuck in there and then wrap it. This will make sure that it has time to clot. If you have more time, such as when you're on the station, or in moments of downtime between engagements, you can stitch a wound, which will be far more conducive to healing later on. If there is already stitching in the wound, when magical or other treatments of healing are applied, it should, in theory, heal faster and a lot more stable than usual. There are other types of wounds, obviously, that we'll have to deal with, such as frostbite and burns. We have treatment options in those kits as well, such as aloe vera for burn treatments. Put simply, that works the same way as a knife or gunshot wound. You identify the wound, you clean it, which is going to be a little difficult because you're going to try to need to remove as little skin as possible in order to do so. Then you use aloe vera, which will act as both a disinfectant and a pain mitigator, followed by bandaging. Make sure that aloe vera isn't disrupted. For bludgeoning wounds, those are a little difficult. That will require assessment of the actual wound itself. Is there great internal hemorrhaging? If there is, at least in my experience, while you can put an ice packaging on it, it's best to leave that to the magic healers just to get that in and out as soon as possible. Put simply, unless we have some abilities that we haven't disclosed, looking inside someone's very difficult. Sometimes it's very difficult to tell whether that nasty bruise is a nasty bruise or whether their vein is ruptured and they need surgery. So, in that case, it's very best to look for thrombosis, which is basically swelling due to a bubbling of blood. That will be one of the key indicators to tell how bad it is. If there is a visual disruption, a texture disruption, such as if the skin is thicker or slightly more bulbous but not an actual thrombosis. Once that's done, usually it's apply acid to mitigate pain, and then it's being sent off to an actual magic or otherwise more intense healer. So, I could work through some examples right now, but I see some of you are getting a little bit antsy, so if you just wanted to go over this right now, so that way you can, unless you're still good.
No, we'll just continue on,
Right.
do your thing.
No, that's fine.
I'm perfectly
It's the
fine.
part where I go to my
I just
lovely
looked
assistant. Choose a wound.
You know, I'm just trying to not have to rub against the post like a fucking bear in the woods.
You okay?
Hey, Simon.
Dash on the side.
Sorry if I
Keep
looked
dash
at
on the
you.
side,
Knock
got
on your
you.
door.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I wasn't asleep.
Nothing better like a little bit of hands-on training.
Was your hair always the two different colors, or?
It's always been.
Mine? Yes.
Maestro, can you turn on the
I guess
sim
I
for
just
me?
didn't get a good look at it in the, blinding light.
Cool. So now I'm in the sim, so when suddenly the side of my chest is opened up in an agonizing chest wound, hi. There we go.
Oh,
So-
God.
Yeah. First case first is we're going to do,
Very gross.
as we already indicated. You can also use this to treat yourself in an emergency. So, we're going to analyze the wound. This is obviously a slice of the chest. You're going to clean the wound. So, you'll take your kits. You'll take these non-antiseptic wipes, because we don't want to immediately lead with the disinfectant, because we only have so much. And then we just start wiping to start getting that out of the way. Once you can clearly see the wound, as you can see here, then we move on to the antiseptic. Now, in reality, I've turned off pain in this simulator because I'm not that much of a masochist. But as you can see, I am really getting in there and trying to remove any items that might be present. And then for this, as I said, because we'll be in the field, most likely, when we're addressing these wounds, something like a bandage, such as this one here, will be just very simply applied with a packing bandage as well. to basically keep the wound nice, sealed, and shut. Yes.
Our medical kits include potions, correct? When do you decide when to use the potion and when to manually clean do the wound? Or do you do both?
Typically speaking,
depending on the severity?
the health potions are administered in a drink fashion. So, in a pinch, if you need something treated immediately, you can use those potions. What's more effective is that you're basically, with these sorts of treatments, giving a guide that the healing can follow. Otherwise, you're leaving room for scar tissues, excess healing, things of that nature. Things that will, yes, keep a patient alive. However, we want to make sure that we have to use as little magic as possible. Because depending on the situation, we may be needing that for civilians, we may be needing that for more severely injured of our own.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Also, you gotta make sure that like there's broken bones, it's like the right way, because otherwise it gets.
You know what?
Right.
That's an excellent next step.
I guess the more work the magic has to do, the less effective it will be. So you
CC, which one of my bones should break?
Sometimes if you break the bone and it's not like set the
tibia.
right way, then it's also
Hell of a question.
You heal it up, and then the person's like, "Okay, cool, thank you," and then they start walking, but their ankle is turned the
I'm
wrong
gonna use
way.
this thumb because this thumb bone actually exists.
I may or may not be speaking from experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got nothing under
No,
here.
I wasn't the one with the ankle.
Okay.
I was the one.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
that
I got
that the other bones don't exist.
funny scenario.
We'd like to gather in, as Maestro has now
it was
horribly
funny
shattered
until
my
they
thumb.
Needed to re-break the ankle. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Good learning.
with broken bones, magic healing is pretty good on knowing where the wound is supposed to go to be fixed. However, it usually requires a lot of magic to mend broken bones. Again, this is where mundane healing can lead the way. The main element that we need to be worried about for broken bones, and she made this a little difficult with the thumb, is that we have to massage it to guide it into place. Natural regeneration like yours will automatically know where the bone is supposed to go. Your body has a sense for that. But for those who don't, we essentially need to massage it into place. And notice the word massage. You do not yank, you do not twist. Not only are you probably going to put the person you're doing that to into shock, it's also just quite rude.
Oh, it's not like a dislocated shoulder where you just go and snap it back in.
I'd leave that to the professionals. We
That's not a
are.
broken bone, though. That's
the
just
thing
a
of it is
dislocated
that your
shoulder.
finger bones are
Yeah,
so
yeah.
tiny, and one misalignment can actually cause more nerve damage than anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So massaging it into place is key. Now, Simon, since you are already medically trained, can I get you to apply the splint for me? Maestro's already given us a medical kit.
Yeah, no problem.
So-
That's easy enough to do.
So what Simon is doing here is applying a splint. This is designed to essentially hold it into place. Now, this is quite literally, as rudimentary as this sounds, it is two plates of either metal or some sort of plastic. This one is plastic because I used to operate around a lot of Fae. The metal would hurt them, but plastics are fine. Then he tightly wraps it with a band to essentially make sure that no matter what I do, even if the thumb can now, it should be good, only basically move up and down, can't really bend, that bone will stay in its proper alignment. Without magic healing or any special technologies, this is basically where the treatment part ends. But again, We are a gateway to more advanced treatments, or as a last resort, we are simply a factor of stabilizing people. Depending on what happens as well, sometimes because certain people are allergic to some magics or just not affected by them at all, this is where we have to stop. So for example, those who are purely undead, while there are certain forms of healing magic, such as what you can do, that are unaligned and can fix that, if we had a cleric in our midst who could actually cast healing, I don't know if you can or can't, typically that is divine in nature.
Yeah.
Meaning, to infernals and undead, it is harmful.
Yep.
Inherently goes against their nature and causes structural damage to their form itself.
Is that like every god or deity, or just like... Is it like... Aren't there like death gods? or
Evil
something?
gods
Do they- I
typically
guess they
work
probably
in
wouldn't heal,
reverse.
though. Oh, okay.
So,
the
again,
gods clerics would work on their own people, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't work. Anyway.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
So I
by
know
the way,
there's like
Simon.
death cults and stuff
Yeah,
like
no
that
problem.
that worship death gods and stuff.
Oh yeah, Charles could tell you all about that part.
Oh yeah, we
No, I can tell you all about the murder cults, not the death cults.
Ah,
What is the difference?
Sorry.
Simple. One kills for their god, one makes things die for their god. There is a difference.
What? How?
It's like a splitting hair difference.
Basically,
I'm gonna stop being surprised.
all right. Last but not
Welcome to
least,
Zephyr. I've started
Stop being surprised is the
well, I'm gonna go over this, and then we'll call it good, so that way we don't have any more migraines occur. We can go from there. So, massive hemorrhaging, such as from an eye. So, long story short, especially in the case of my eye or things like that, there is no stitching you can really do. Unfortunately, in the case of my eye, there was no eyelid left. For other people, this might be the same. Loss of limbs, for example. At this point, our primary focus is on stopping the blood. So, we've already gone over the basics, identifying your injury. In my case, I got no fucking eyelid left and my eye's gone. So, step is bandaging. Now, you go, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to clean the wound site first? That is true, in 99% of cases. But the difference here is that right now we are seeking to mitigate death. So if someone loses a leg, we don't really have time to worry about disinfecting. We don't really have time to worry about putting a very nice bandage on it. This is making sure someone doesn't die. So, packing bandages first, and replaced often. As these things soak, they lose their ability to clot wounds. So you need to monitor it very carefully as the medic. When someone loses something like this, they become your main priority. Unless there's something even worse happening. Your friend, especially when it comes to limb injuries, are tourniquets, which are here in your kit. Tourniquets have been around for millennia, and they're very simple. You wrap it around the affected limb, then it has a tightener already built into it, which you and someone else, if needed, some of you are pretty strong and probably do it yourself, can already tighten it to its maximum. What a tourniquet does, let me take that off, not like there's much blood flowing this thing anyway, is it restricts blood flow. So, this will allow you to put effective packaging bandages on a limb, so that way you can eventually untourniquet it. If you keep a tourniquet on a person for a very long part of time, while you are preventing them from bleeding out, you are increasing their likelihood of losing the limb entirely. So, it's best to use tourniqueting and packing bandaging very rapidly. So that way you can stabilize the injury and return blood flow in any way you can. That is probably the most anyone can do without any advanced healing techniques such as impacts or anything like that. Or at least anything that's been taught to me. You restrict blood flow if possible. Sorry, go on.
Is that what they did on the sim mission? With that person? The people who were injured in the pit?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe you did put a tourniquet on one of them, if I'm not mistaken, son.
Yes, I did.
I wasn't.
Yes.
I was doing Overwatch, so I didn't get to see what I heard about it.
Like I said, when things get to that point, it's a very nasty set of business. It will get rough. But at the end of the day, your job as a medic is to make sure that people remain alive. Sometimes that has to be done by pretty much any means necessary. So, it may be pretty grisly, it may be pretty rough, but I think we're all here with a little bit of that expectation. Yes, Blue.
Okay, so I mean, I know that like movies and like TV shows aren't, but is it like, can you actually use alcohol that people drink to like disinfect wounds, or is that not something you should do?
It requires on the proof, and if we have to resort to alcohol, we have either been caught without our kit, which I carry mine constantly, or we are out of our kit, which is a pretty foobar situation.
But
to answer your question bluntly, yes. Is it your best option? No. Is it better than nothing? Yes.
So the higher the proof of the alcohol, the better it is to use it in an emergency? Is that what you were saying?
Yes. And because of the burning, it is still best to remove the alcohol with a clean wipe if possible.
Also,
Gotcha.
avoid any
Use,
dark
like,
liquors
rum
like
or
bourbon and anything that's really full of sugar.
Don't use bourbon and stuff like that?
Don't use bourbons, dark alcohol,
You want it to be
or
clear,
alcohols with
like-
a lot of... Yeah.
Okay.
Like
vodka
vodka
would be
or
fine.
moonshine.
Moonshine, definitely. Seen that before. Yes, right.
So this is just me out of curiosity. I can sort of figure everything out on from the core body up and around, but is Aegis equipped for cranial injury?
Is it equipped for cranial injury? Yes. Have I been trained to that level? No. Typically speaking, what you'll see there is you'll either see advanced healers such as Hybris, some of the older officers such as BB or Scaris, who, for all I know, might get called in if things get that bad. As well as a few others, I'm pretty sure. Names are failing me on the top of my head. Basically speaking, that's mostly going to fall in the purview of magics.
Okay.
Though actually, on the subject of head wounds, thank you for reminding me. One of the more common injuries you'll see is a concussion on someone who's been knocked around in the head but isn't obviously, dead. So, concussions are basically when the brain's been knocked around enough in the head, there's a little bit of bruising, maybe even bleeding. Now, I forget, does, our main objective for this has to make sure that they're awake, right?
Correct.
Can you dial back the statement a bit?
For concussion, the main thing above all else is to make sure that they're awake through this, right?
Yeah, as responsive as possible.
That's actually an urban legend.
Gotcha.
You don't want them immediately falling asleep because that's
Yes,
a
I
sign
did
of
hear
actual
you.
brain injury.
So
But as
you've
soon as
also
you
had to
clear
deal
them
with
that they're
concussions
actually
before.
fine, that they're like going to be fine,
So-
then
Yeah,
you want them to fall asleep
a
for
lot
brain
of bar
heal.
fights.
You just
The
if they're
main
if they're like about to
reason
pass
we have
out,
to
that's a
worry
sign of
about
brain damage.
concussions is that
Like if they can't
because of the
resist
way
it,
the
that's
brain
why you have to
works,
keep them awake.
loss
But
of
if they're
consciousness
if
while
they
in
have no
this
sign of brain
state
damage,
can
you
lead
actually
to
want them to sleep.
damage to the actual
But
way
I would
our
never
brain
do that.
works. To really cut it down to the basics, the brain is basically a bunch of signals going between folds in our brain. That's why it's all wrinkly and shit. If the person falls asleep, those connections get damaged. Enough of those connections get damaged. Even if they live through
All
everything,
my streams are
they
RP
will
days,
have
obviously.
permanent disability. Unless it's
Stopping
fixed
by.
through
Hi,
magic or
man.
other means.
Again, Lemur.
Unfortunately, with a concussion, even with some of the best sciences we've got, our main priority is going to continue to remain that they remain conscious. Once that's basically taken care of, the main way to diagnose
I guess
a
I
concussion, slurred
Probably don't.
speech,
I don't know. I heard that
difficulty
from my brother
coordinating.
who was a brain surgeon.
Their eyes are heavily dilated,
I
if I'm
probably
not mistaken.
paraphrased it wrong, but yeah.
Best way to
Both my
tell
grandparents
is
on
to
my
shine a
father's
light
side
in their
were
eye.
brain doctors.
If the dilation doesn't really change all that much, more than likely got a concussion. Blurred vision as well if they have difficulty following your finger. If they aren't able to easily tell how many fingers you're holding up because of blurred vision, also very valid. Once you believe you identified a concussion, unfortunately, in terms of medical treatment outside of making sure that there's nothing more severe, like bleeding into the eye, ruptured eardrums, things of that nature, your best option is to basically remove them from the scenario and ensure that they remain as conscious and cognizant as possible. Usually after 24 hours, the symptoms of the concussion have subsided and they can sleep. Up until that point, usually, no sleeping. Keep them engaged in conversation. Sometimes certain medications can help someone stay awake, but effectively, your main task is to make sure that they're cognizant and awake.
As soon as they're stable, you want them sleeping.
I basically kept y'all here for about 30 minutes. If you don't have any other questions, if we want to do another one of these at some point, we can work on more live examples. But for right now, I just wanted to get the basics out of the way.
So, clean, disinfect,
Identify,
bandage.
clean, disinfect, bandage.
Gotcha. Okay.
You start just slapping, rubbing stuff all over the place. On a burn, you're just gonna wind up removing more layers of skin that they need to lose.
And after all that, I can touch him.
For what, a burn? No.
No. After all, I can touch him and make it feel better.
Yes. But once again,
You might want to rephrase that.
Work on the wording.
Well, that's what I do. I touch people and then make them feel better. That's how my magic. I have to touch them.
I knew some girls like that in high school too.
oh my god.
Yeah, clerics in your high
I
school.
give my equipment.
Of a type.
Eh.
Some of them were church girls.
Pretty straightforward.
Everybody always makes fun of the way I say it, but then if I don't say it that way, and they're like, I have to use use other words. But then when I try to explain it, of how my magic works, then they get all confused. So it's just easier if I do it this way.
Simulate a chair alongside.
Yeah, I mean, you got the point
Teacher,
across.
we dismiss.
Yeah.
You're dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
You're welcome.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Not be itchy anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah. I
Okay.
You got hops.
I think knocking
I
down
just
about 30
yeah.
minutes is pretty good.
Loosen my limbs. Now I'm gonna sludge my way out of
Well,
this
that was
room
interesting.
because that's
I
what
actually
it
took a
feels
lot
like
of
when I'm
knowledge.
walking into this type of
Don't die.
environment.
You'd be surprised how many people
I'm not gonna
don't get
die from
medical
it.
training in prior jobs.
Hmm.
Well,
Just
Oh wait,
but not
you guys
from-
aren't you like sensitive to light? Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that didn't. Yes.
Oh, what does being in here do to you?
Well,
Is it painful or just?
No. So first of all, it's gonna take me about twice as long to make it to that door than it usually should.
Oh.
And also, I feel like I have to itch every nook and cranny. So
Oh,
if
that
you'll
is
excuse me, I'm gonna
awful.
go and make like a bear in the woods and rub up against the fucking post somewhere.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah.
We have some trees in the garden if you need to,
Oh yes, if you need
Mess
to
the garden
recover.
up.
But it's very dark in there, so it would be good to recover.
Oh no, I meant for the trees so they can make like a bear and rub themselves in it so dark.
I guess.
You're welcome.
I actually mean that. I'm not being sarcastic.
No problem.
I just wish we could do it somewhere else.
I mean,
It's better to do it in a room with a lot of lighting so you can see everything.
That's true.
Want to head to the common area?
But that's kind of a
Food?
detriment to him.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, I
the
know.
main
Next time
reason
I'll
for
just
this
take
is
everyone
the
to Bay
simulation.
9 and go on a field trip.
Oh my god.
I'm down to go back to
Here
industrial
we see-
if I got.
Here we see a ball cultist that's been cut in half. How do you treat that?
You
A
don't.
bullet to the head.
You don't. Oh, I got the
What if you
joke.
see a regular civilian that's been cut in half? How do you treat that?
You don't. They're dead.
You don't, but you feel sad about it. There you go.
I mean, who knows
You,
these days? Apparently, nothing's supposed to surprise me anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you mentioned at some
Or
point.
something. You just kind of left them.
Say
You you said at some point you referred to me and said something about like a. I don't know what it was.
Regeneration.
I don't have anything like that. I don't heal any faster than normal people.
Oh.
I'm more resilient when I'm in my lichen form, but I don't heal any faster.
Well, that goes against the research. I'll need to cross through that line.
Oh. Oh.
Well, I mean, I suppose the best healing is to not get hurt in the first place.
Just don't get hit. Clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
Just don't get hit.
Or wear armor on top of your armor. On top of your armor.
But then you have to repair the armor. Just don't get hit.
I'd rather repair armor than repair you.
That is true.
That's not your job, though. That's Ethereal's job.
See, Ethereal and all them can play around with 3D printers all day, but I'd still rather them have to do that than, you know.
I'm just
wondering how I could, if I had the armor for my lichen form, how I would carry it with me, because it'd be very heavy and too big for me to carry like this.
Could it be like magically summoned? I'm sure there's some magic stuff. Like I've seen, didn't Ashra like literally summon their sword? You could do something like that, where when you transform,
I don't know
you,
how to
like,
do any
have
of
a
that,
rune
though.
that you can touch or something and go. I don't know. I'm sure
I
there's
don't know
like
how to
people
do
who
any
know
of
about
that.
that stuff.
More than likely some sort of amulet to increase the toughness of your skin. But that would still have to fit both you and the lichen form. So,
I mean, doesn't your bodysuit have that? You mentioned that, right? You good? You
What?
sore?
Yes. I'm popping my neck.
Careful. What?
it's good to see you
No
again,
one's staring
Simon.
at me today.
Yeah,
Do I
I've
smell?
been
I'm
dragging my head
no.
around that rifle that.
If you
shot
would,
me
I would
with.
know.
I guess
The
so, I
instructions are
suppose.
translated.
If you
but
did,
half
I
of
would
it isn't.
be.
So I've had to text him back and
I'm too
forth
tired for this.
about what this means so that I can put this together correctly and not blow my hands up
Do you drink
on
coffee or anything?
accident.
You can get some in the.
Well, feel free to always use the sim for
You
that.
struck me as a coffee
I used
person.
the
Or
sim
tea?
for when I was
Or tea?
trying to learn power
It's
armor.
like caffeine and tea, right?
Right,
It
but
saved, it is
There's some,
saved my
yes.
back from looking like a worm.
Depends on what kind it is.
right, and I'm going to do that for when it's
I have done
done.
a lot
It's
of tea
not
growing
done.
up.
Because again, having to go back and
Never
forth
really was
to make
into
sure the
tea.
instructions are clear.
No, it's just what was around. I didn't have much of a choice.
Hmm. I'm gonna go see if anyone's still in the common room.
Okay.
There's a few new people there that haven't been around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everything been good on your end, Charles?
Someone else who finally specializes in stealth. I forget their name. It was some sort of Asian, some
an ultimate
Eastern
traveling
name.
bard, and sometimes I
It was some
go
sort of
into a
Eastern
book.
name. I forget it though.
Excuse me?
Get out of there. I'm gonna get some coffee too. I mean, it should still wake me. It doesn't really wake me up anymore, but no, it helps. You having trouble sleeping, or is it just like? I won't poke too much, but I'm just a little concerned.
I'm just not sleeping well.
Hmm. We'll let the machine run. You want anything?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to help.
I should open like
Don't
a cafe
exactly
on
have-
the station. That'd be cool.
Don't exactly have the best appetite right now.
Hmm. It's important to eat something, even if you're not hungry.
I'm not
Have
gonna
you eaten
starve.
past a bit? You aren't like. Have you been eating? Bitch, you gotta eat, even if you're not hungry.
Don't call me that.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it offensive?
Sorry.
Sorry. It's
No,
just slang. It's like used in common. It's kind of used as slang.
No, I'm aware. It's different. It would be like me calling you fuck, I don't know. Something derogatory towards
Humans, I guess. I don't know. Is there a derogatory term for humans?
I don't know. That wasn't what I was getting at, but sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. It's just. I usually call my friend bitch. It's just slang.
No,
I'll try to avoid it.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't apologize.
I am admittedly irritable, and I am trying my best to not.
I won't poke you today then. I won't prod you like usual.
The simplest way of put it, you understand what that word means. I don't exactly
Something
like
with like a female dog. I don't know.
Yes, it's something I've been called a lot growing up.
Oh.
In not very friendly contexts.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Sorry if I say it.
It's okay.
Let me get some coffee.
I think normally it wouldn't bother me. It's just I'm exhausted.
Well, if you need to talk about it, I'm here.
There's not much to talk about. Okay, well, I suppose that's probably kind of a lie, but it's...
If it's private,
I don't know if
you
I'm
don't need to. Just it's either that or I find something to distract you. You know.
It's
Spar.
I'm
Need anger being taken out. play some pool.
No, it's
Oh.
not. It's not that. Rapid fire solutions are probably going to overwhelm me.
Okay. Just
Not
a lot
exactly
right now.
working at. Yeah, not exactly working at 100%.
All right. I had a shit night too. I don't know if it was the same as yours, but nightmares been happening more frequently lately. I've spent the past, I guess I spent so long just constantly having something going on that I never stopped and thought about a lot of things. And now that everything's calmed down, it's kind of coming back to me. Everything. I was so frantic looking for my sister for months. So I didn't really ever have time to, like, think about everything. Just think about everything going on. And now that I'm here on station, I feel safe. I guess. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. I don't know about any of this shit, but I don't know. I've just been
I'm
having more
pretty sure
nightmares.
this is probably the safest place we've ever been.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Everyone here is so goddamn nice.
No, is that a complaint I hear?
No, I'm just not used to.
You want me to be more mean?
I mean, there's different types of mean, you know? But there's mean and there's malicious. And just...
I don't understand the difference.
I mean, you can be mean to someone and have their best interests in heart, or kind of be toying with them and kind of be teasing. There's a bit of back and forth, you know?
Well, that's teasing. That's different. That's not being mean.
Yeah, I guess. But you can be mean to someone if you, like... You can be mean to someone and have their best interests in heart. If they're doing something they really shouldn't, or they need a wake-up call, you can be mean. And that's kind of a nice way of being mean. But there's malicious, where you
yes, that's
actively
just
are
being
look-
honest.
You don't have that.
I drink a lot of water, but if you want,
They can overlap.
we can make some.
I suppose. It's probably... I think you growing up going to what you'd refer to as a normal school is probably a big factor in how you socially
what was school like in
navigate
Novaria?
things.
You're welcome to.
I didn't really go to school.
Weren't you in the military?
Yes, and from the time I joined, I learned everything I know from my commanding officer.
Oh, okay. Like tutor? They like tutor you?
Yes, sometimes. But it's mostly learning on the job.
That's how my first job was. Though it wasn't the
excuse
military,
me.
it was a maid cafe. Do they have that?
I was going to brew some tea, if either of you would like some.
I got some
Oh,
coffee.
yes, please.
But I don't know how to make tea, so...
Sorry?
Yes, please. I don't
Yeah, I
know
have
if
no
I
idea
would
how to
like
make
coffee,
tea.
but I'm not exactly in the... I don't know if I'm exactly in the mindset to start trying it now. Tea is, like I said,
Yeah.
tea is what I'm much more used to.
It's not something you just try willy-nilly.
What, coffee?
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Well, yes, I've heard that it's very bitter, which I'm not the
I
biggest
mean, you
fan
can
of.
put some milk and sugar in it, but I like mine dark.
I have been told that coffee gives energy, so if you're not used to it, it makes you jittery.
Yeah, the caffeine.
Yeah, maybe now really wouldn't be the best time for me to try when I'm running on almost zero sleep.
I don't know. I needed it to work my job sometimes. Long day at school. Didn't get to sleep the night before. And then I had to go back to work right after school, and then 4.5 hour shift from 4 to 8. Walk home. I needed coffee to make it through the day. Thankfully, the cafe had some great coffee machines. Even if I liked mine pretty simple. Maybe I should open a cafe. Maybe that's a cool plan after everything. Probably not in Zafira. I feel like I need some armed guards. Combat mates aren't those?
What, like after you retire?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Once I get everything I need, once everything's back to normal. Take my savings from here if I have any left over. Go open a coffee shop somewhere, or a maid cafe or something.
Mm.
I would like to go back to Brockton, but that's gonna be a... Maybe if everything works perfectly, I can go back home. Not Zafira, though. I've been hearing... no offense, but... I don't think I want the business... I'm sure you could talk about the business complications of working in a place like Zafira all day, and I don't want any of that. I want a simple... I just want to have a nice cafe where I don't need to worry about someone coming in and shooting the place up.
The whole dangers of the city is less of an issue. It's more the government. Rather than the district that is controlled by the corporation that owns the banks. So taxes are really weird and wonky. They gotta figure all those out. They try to get you so you have to pay them extra when you fill out your taxes wrong.
Yeah, I think probably going back home would be your best bet.
I need to deal with some stuff first, then. Home might be a bit too dangerous for me right now. My former employer and I did not really part on the best terms.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Howdy, howdy.
Yo. With coffee, leftover cups if you want any.
Coffee's good. Didn't get the chance to make it down to the ICCA today. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't really know what this macaroni salad stuff is, but
It's pretty good.
it's more that.
It's like a salad with cold pasta in it.
Basically.
I was thinking about
Caesar salad dressing, or is it a different kind of dressing they put in
I
those?
don't know. I don't know.
It's like a ranch.
I think it was ranch.
It's some kind of dressing.
I don't remember which type.
What's your favorite?
Is that leftover from last week? The birthday?
Anything but dark. That is.
It was a birthday?
One of my lines.
Yeah, it was
maybe.
I forget.
Yeah.
June.
June, yes,
Hybris'
one of Hybris'
kids.
children.
No problem.
Super sweet.
Junie's
See them,
birthday
I
was
will...
Monday.
Understood. If I see them, I will have to wish them a belated birthday.
I ended up wearing myself out helping them cook.
Oh, you cook?
Thank you.
Yeah, she's the one who helped make my
I
second
won't let it steep a moment
Thanksgiving.
longer.
We're both still
My
folks who cook.
second holiday meal for ages was
you enjoy
more
cooking as
palatable
well.
than my first.
I love cooking. Mostly Italian dishes, but I'll Just like a lot of pasta dishes. It's my favorite.
Yeah, you know, the first
I
day
ate a
you
lot of
bring
that from the family.
mutated gecko and goat and everyone loses their
Grew up learning
mind.
to cook from my mother.
So she helps me make
Same.
tacos next time,
I-
and everyone
and
likes
then
that one
after
more.
my mother passed, I had
Something
to be the
to
one who
keep
cooked for
busy
the
with
family.
here.
So I'm familiar. I had to cook a lot of lasagna and big pasta dishes for the family.
I mean, isn't one made with like more familiar meat?
There was the Brahmin, like I showed y'all last week. I was talking about the disaster of the first time I cooked for y'all.
When was that? Is that before my time?
To be honest, I do not remember.
2-3 years ago. I was doing a whole big joining with everyone else's celebration of their native cultures with a few dishes from back home.
Oh,
And then
did
everyone
you
was
bring
like,
like that
"Oh my
3-headed or
God,
2-headed
you
cow?"
brought radioactive geckos, 2-headed cows, and a mutated goat the size of a fucking motorcycle?" Yes. Ew, I
Honestly,
don't want that.
I love how
Okay.
it's
That cow
not
looked pretty
listed,
tasty.
but bloat flies were
Bloat flies?
Alright, there has to be
Name.
some
I would
standards.
never eat an insect.
Even if I like it.
I mean, I'd try it. I can't guarantee I'd like it.
It's good. It's like a barbecue burger, but with more of an
Burger.
goopy sensation.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm literally ambi. I'm an ambi face. Burger. I like burger.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, there's no fly
Even the name
sliders in our
just
future.
sounds gross to
You
me.
can have them. I'm not eating that.
Maybe the smell
it
might
doesn't
bring
sound
you in.
Bad news. I'm a texture eater. So the
Oh,
fact that you
well.
described it as goop. Sorry,
Yeah, no, it's like a burger with an avocado dip, but the avocado is more mean.
The avocado was more mean. What?
Meat.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you... I wasn't gonna question it. It made sense.
I was like, do you have living plants where you're from too? Was it mean to
Oh
hunt
yeah,
an avocado?
yeah.
You have sentient avocado.
No, it's not actually avocado. It's the...
No, I did actually see avocado. It was very rare. I had to pay a week's salary for one.
I thought you were saying that the
No, the
beast
avocado
that
were
was
not.
made-
We're not walking around.
Nothing would
That
surprise
would be
me anymore.
funny.
I mean,
We're
I keep
talking
saying
about the fly burgers, right?
Jesus.
Oh, sorry. Now
thought
I'm
that's what you-
confused.
Just
Sorry,
green.
say again.
Very simple.
The hamburgers you were referring to.
We keep a lot of
Yes.
toys here.
Good night.
I thought you
not
were
very
saying
common,
that
so.
the consistency of the.
The dip. Yeah, no, that's kind of like an avocado dip. It's a very thick, sort
I
of
said about my
chunky, like
stores of your
substance.
grocery store, so they probably didn't buy the best stuff.
Like a salsa dip with gruel instead of water.
Okay, I think the more you describe it, the less appetizing it sounds.
I can assure y'all that's quite good the way I make it.
It sounded good to start with. Terrazon, calling something a bloat fly just sounds awful.
I mean,
Sounds
it is a boat
juicy, I
fly,
guess.
so it's just about yay big.
Okay, if
Do they just ever
think
have
about it,
missions
what
to
is
wherever
the-
you live? Because keep me out.
Not to my
No
knowledge.
Okay, good.
Oh,
What
please,
is the real
boat flies are
difference
next to
between-
harmless compared to some of the other things?
It's not the harm part. A cockroach is harmless.
It's
but I
the
still don't like
culinary
them.
harm.
What's the difference in a big bug and a lobster? It's the same thing. Just one's in the water.
Lobsters.
Flies are bringers of
Okay,
pestilence.
well, no, because
And
when
one's dirty, one's
when
already in the water.
Charles When Charles refers
The-
to bloat
the
fly,
ocean-
after cooking
Ocean water is filthy.
as guacamole, essentially chunky salsa with gruel instead of water, that doesn't sound like any shellfish that I've ever eaten.
Speaking of animals,
I suppose if you grew up in a culture where
I learned something
eating
recently. You know raccoons, right?
things like bugs is seen as gross, and I would
Apparently
understand.
they
I've eaten
will,
scorpions before.
If available, they will go to water sources and wash their hands before they eat.
I have heard of this. I've seen this before. It's very strange.
I don't think I got to tell you the fire ant story, did I?
No.
Do you want to hear the fire ant story?
Did you eat fire ants?
No, we ate their fire ant propellant.
What?
Told us about this.
Explain. Like the venom?
Okay, so alright, I'm gonna have to go full Charles on this. I'm sorry, it's story time. You may fall asleep at your leisure. So we're going. Alright, well, say again.
Do we get a can of soup for the authentic Charles experience?
I've got 2 right here.
Oh fuck! Of course.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta prep for the story.
Alright, so this all begins.
What was that son they just made? Are they okay?
I'm fine.
Oh.
Oh, we're just playing now.
I think they I think they were playing and falling asleep.
Yeah.
So we were on
They don't
a
have a bunch of
3-week
lights on them.
patrol.
They need more lights.
You can't just go.
So we were going on a
It's easier to
3-week
tell when
patrol.
they're faking it.
And at one point we stumbled
Are you
across
trying to
a
make a
dry
noise?
lake bed
I did that perhaps
that,
few
unbeknownst
months
to
ago.
us,
They
had
always
become
freaked
home
out.
to what we call fire ants.
Understandable.
Now, these things
Also
go
scared
from
people,
about
so
6
it's
to
kinda
8
funny.
feet tall from head to butt.
Oh, okay, it's different than the fire
Yes.
ants I'm used to.
Particularly, these things had the added issue that from a sulfur deposit underneath the lake, they'd learned to eat the rocks and start spitting fire at us. They dug up from out under the ground because, well, even being 6 to 8 feet tall, they're still ambush predators. And they got the guy carrying the anti-power armor rifle right on the leg. Like, latched it really deep in there, down to the knee. And he goes down, and we're like, oh crap, we have to get to him. But we're surrounded by ants breathing fire, leaping at us, trying to crawl on us, all this sort of shit. So by the time we get to him, he's on the ground, and he can't reach his sidearm, and his knife is on the leg that's currently being attempted to be eaten. So he does the only thing he can do. He pulls the rifle meant to take out cement blocks and, people in power armor, lays it down next to his knee, and pulls the trigger. Wait. She's seeing herself out of the conversation, I see. Immediately, without getting into too much detail, the ant explodes. And about the only part of the ant that's still around is the head. And we're like, oh fuck, this guy blew his fucking leg off. We need to get to him now. So we get to him. And he's covered in this red stuff, which we think is his blood. He's breathing heavily. And so we get to see into his leg. We pull the ant head off, expecting, a stump where his leg used to be. And his leg's fine. And we're like, what the fuck happened? Because he's covered in this red stuff. The ant blood's yellow. So this is very obviously not his blood, because his leg is still fine. And not the ant's blood. And it's none of our blood. So what the fuck is this? Naturally, our machine gunner, as a monolith of the intelligence of the human species, takes his helmet off and licks it. We promptly begin to nearly beat the shit out of this idiot for, thinking that this is still our friend's leg blood that he is now licking. And he goes, guys, this tastes like cinnamon. We're all like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait,
and of
why did you-
course,
why did you
another one
beat
of
him?
our collective groups of idiots takes her helmet off. Same thing. This tastes like cinnamon. And at this point, we're taking our helmets off. And we're diving into there. While this guy's like, what the fuck? Let me have some. We all start diving into this
Thanks,
crap.
Quinn. Put a lot of work into the model.
This sort of slightly reflective pinkish reddish gelatin is the digested sulfur that had been solidified into a propellant nectar. It tasted, I hand to whatever god still cares the fuck about any of us. Tasted like cinnamon. And so naturally, any empty magazine, any empty canteen, hell, one of us had a spare helmet that we filled it up with, like just scoop, 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 like it's fucking ice cream. As much of it as we can carry back to base. And we made it out like kings. We ate so good. And what we didn't want, we sold. It was beautiful. Of course, the guy who nearly got his leg taken off, he got the lion's share. But still, it was good shit. One of the better stories I've got from my time in service.
And cinnamon.
And cinnamon. Exactly.
Wait, so why did you beat him again? I don't understand
No,
what
they
prompted
almost-
that.
Because we thought that our buddy had blown his own leg off and we're trying to medically treat him. And the guy was like, ooh, red stuff. Maybe not our friend. I want to taste it.
He thought he was committing cannibalism.
But that's not.
It was
what?
either cannibalism.
Putting something foreign in his mouth that he probably shouldn't.
Yeah, mostly that. You know.
I'm fairly certain
Random
drinking
liquid.
the blood of another person is considered pretty disgusting.
Not
Even
for
if you're a
everyone.
kind of person who does that.
Well, okay. So where I come from, it is if a companion has a wound, this is specific for lichens. It is normal for another lichen to lick the wound to help with.
Oh.
Like you were talking about cleaning the wounds, and
This guy was not cleaning, he was sampling. I get what you're saying, though, I do. I apologize for that confusion.
Yeah, I think the context of the situation gave the benefit of the doubt of it not being cannibalism, but still the fact that you're ingesting some unknown excrements from some random
Can you get,
insectoid
like,
is something you
disease from
probably shouldn't do.
What?
Like
Say
ingesting
again, Catherine.
From
bodily fluids from other beings. Can't you get like infections from that or something, or diseases?
Oh, all sorts of nasty shit.
Well, if it's something you don't know, yeah, of course.
That's why you do very good at cooking the blowflies.
That's probably why he almost got the shit beat out of him.
Hmm.
I mean, there is normal-ish food back home. I mean, ramen, outside of having two heads, is basically regular cow. And I mean, you can make Wellington out of that. You can dice it, serve it in a stew. There's all sorts of things. Hell, one of my favorites when we were down in old Mexico was they take and hollow out a banana yucca shell, and they basically fill it with vegetables and diced ramen, and you'd basically have like a sort of like food and vegetable thing that you could just kind of carry, and you could either sample out of it and then eat the container, or if you were brave enough, just the whole thing, just the housing from the banana yucca and the fruits and vegetables just all in one. Pretty tasty. The avocados are pretty great though, but like I said, they didn't really grow much, so. Nuclear winter tends to mess with the climate of temperamental plants.
I'm someone that avocado should have gone extinct like a very, very, very long time ago. But it lived long enough to catch early developing intelligent species who began to farm it, and that's the only reason it's still around.
I mean, it's also, despite its luxury status, from what little I read of it, it is pretty, like, decent, like, thing to eat, all things considered, in terms of, like, actual healthiness.
It's good green. That and zucchini are really good in
it's a
pasta. They absorb like
fruits.
juices
Most
really
fruits are
well.
good for you.
We caught fish back where I was originally from, but it wasn't always safe to eat, so... Most of what we knew that was good we had to trade for, in terms of fish.
Yeah. We had a fishing industry where I was from too. A lot of trade. It was a decent sized port city. So we'd have a lot of fishermen go out. A lot of good seafood by the boardwalk, near the coast, on the beach.
Now, see, you'd
There's
mentioned
a lot of good
lobster.
sushi too, if you weren't in the
What about
human supremacist side of the city. The coast was kind of split. The city was split right down the middle. So if you wanted the more culturally diverse stuff, you'd go north side. South side was a lot of more classic, like kind of like not culturally diverse food. I don't know how to explain it. But there was a lot of good seafood options along the coast. A lot of good sushi.
So anyway.
A lot of good grilled fish.
You mentioned lobster. Now, as we all know, lobsters are weird because they don't die unless their body fails them. So what happens if you give a crustacean the mutations to essentially outlive its own body's natural death cycle and just keep growing and growing and growing?
So, I think that depends on its physiology at that point, because then you'd probably, because the reason why lobsters and crabs die, one of the reasons is because they fail molting. So, if a lobster doesn't die from, natural causes or because of failure to molt, then they're going to be just isolated and continue growing within that shell.
Yeah.
Just going to be torturous because they can't break it.
That would probably explain why the one I've heard of was so rabidly homicidal. On account of also just being big. It had found a school bus to turn into its shell.
Huh.
There was a picture of it. You remember, like, the pictures I sent you?
Yeah.
Big fucking thing.
What, like a hermit crab?
Yeah. Yeah,
blood
I
streams
think the picture was somewhere to the west of Reading.
They kind of are, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently they have really big lobsters.
I didn't see it myself.
Like big,
I don't know.
like
the love
big
one.
building
I
size.
am not as familiar with seafood.
What do you cook then?
But you like to go somewhere to sit.
Different
You
rice
wanna-
dishes, meats.
You look like you're about to fall asleep on
Know
your
how to
feet.
make cheese though, I haven't done it in years.
Cheese? You know how like raw cheese? Like from
If you insist.
pasture, like from the animal?
Yes.
Just looking out for you.
That's
is
really
all.
cool. Did you grow up like in like kind of like a farmish area or like a kind of more rural area?
I grew up on a mountain.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm probably gonna head out.
We didn't really have any. And I've never.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I always wanted to visit like a farm or
Goodbye.
something. Oh. Good night.
I mean,
Or good morning.
there were not many
How does time work
farm
here?
spaces up in the mountain. Or
It works how
You still have a
Cold
lot of animals though.
reasons.
Like you have goats or something, or
Like,
goats, sheep.
we
okay.
kept goats, chickens.
Oh, so you'd make
geese.
like goat cheese or something like
Duck.
that.
Hi.
Ooh, goat cheese is really good on pizza.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've ever had goat cheese on pizza. It's real good.
And many would have a small garden near their home. My family grows a lot of cabbage, carrots, sort of thing.
Ooh, I love carrots. Baked carrots are great. Oh my god. Drizzle them in a little oil, salt, pepper, bake them, then sesame seeds when they're done. Oh, they're great.
And specific kind of bean, though. A good portion of the food we would eat was also goods brought up the mountain to us.
Like trade?
Often by travelers. Well, not trade so much. We had an agreement with the village at the base of the mountain. They would send people, or find different travelers, adventurers, that sort of thing, who could help bring things up to us, even if it was just a small amount.
And did you did your mountain village provide a service to the village down on the foot of the mountain?
Sort of. Our village was well known for the shrine that we kept, and was a good part's way up point. Don't know the right word.
Rest stop?
Place to rest. We would have many people traveling up the mountain, pilgrims, travelers, cannot think of the right words, but they would stop in our village and rest, as it usually took sometimes 2 or 3 days to get to a specific location on the mountain.
What god was it, or gods would it be, our shrine? We had some shrines where I was from. The Kitsune had a few shrines for, I don't know what god they.
Yes, not
yeah, I think that was what they
gods in the divine
spirits
sense.
or something?
Well, yes. It is difficult to explain. It is not just, there are gods and there are things that are not gods. There are things that exist in between, too. There was a dragon on the mountain who had made their home. Alu. Our shrine was dedicated to him. He was our local deity.
Alu?
Alu, yes. A Platinum dragon. Very kind to us.
That's cool. When you say dragon, one of the gangs back home was headed by a dragonkin, so, they were more humanoid. Was this a literal, big dragon?
I think she means an actual...
Big dragon. He and his mate.
Oh, too.
Was it... how do you say...
I want to travel.
Physical, or were they... full spirit, if you understand the difference?
You mean incorporeal? No.
Yes.
They have a corporeal form.
It reminds me of the spirits that the shamans from my village used to commune with. Most of us normally could not see them, but we could see the signs of them.
Some choose not to show themselves. Some do. Some just lack the means to. But yes, our village was partway up the mountain, so it made a good place for people to stop. Rest before continuing on the rest of their journey.
Where is, are you, is this from a specific country, or maybe a different plane?
Ristov. The kingdoms of Ristov.
I've never heard of that, I'm sorry.
Ours was of the north. Most people have not. Very, our people value staying away from the outside world.
I can understand this. My village was
Though we observe
similar.
and understand it to a certain degree, our elders, those who came before us, our ancestors, they settled in Ristov and wanted to keep the lands rich and strong with magic. The ley lines there are powerful, and they wanted to keep it that way.
I assume ley line has something to do with magic.
That is our way of life.
Part of my studies.
Ley lines?
Yeah. I'm so ignorant. I'm sorry. It's just like there's so much stuff about magic that's so
Think of
relevant.
it
I have no
like
idea what it is.
Rivers.
Of magic? That's.
Yes, invisible. Sometimes. Very, very big ones. I hear. You can see the evidence of them. Sometimes can even see the magic as it flows, but can often find mana crystals of varying kinds and qualities along the ley lines. Usually the easiest way to know if you've found one. But the ley lines, they are like rivers. They flow through the land, and
It's like
sometimes
power lines in a city.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's
the pathway through which the magic
okay.
or
flows.
like
I guess a river makes
veins
sense.
in
too.
your body.
Okay, yeah.
Blood veins.
Okay. And like parts where it's really dense, I'm guessing like crystallized or something. Because it's really concentrated.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, that's really
Yes, mana sometimes great powerful amounts. It's like pressure. And sometimes that pressure, if it gets stuck somewhere, it collects and creates great crystals. Very valuable.
Fucking invisible.
I was talking with a friend of mine named Jim. Apparently they're having problems with that in Orlando Saka, where the ley lines are becoming stuck.
I still can't believe that's a real place, Orlando Saka. As a Floridian, I am offended for Japan. As a Floridian, I'm offended for the Japanese that there is a place called Orlando Saka in this.
Not to mention the Zafira wastelands where the ley line's visible more because of the Magitech and nuclear bombardment.
Shit.
I've never heard
That's
of
kind
such
of why
a
the
thing.
wastelands are as fucked as they are and why those worms are so big.
How do you?
They eat mana.
Worms are
Worms!
What?
Is it rude for me to take this funny little chair?
Nothing.
Is this something I...
Usually where you find
Brim
life,
got-
you
I
will
made Brim laugh at a
find
character. I know what
Kinda
happened.
like
I
awkward, like
ley lines somewhere.
You think
I
there
think I'm starting to
are
get it.
lines on the moon?
You alright? Charles, you alright?
Sorry, I got worms on the brain.
Ooh, okay. So y'all have like a little bar situation?
Do we have that
If
bar?
anyone's actually making
It's a kitchen.
Like,
Why are you so quick to
I haven't had
jump on
I
that?
haven't had a
Sitting
drink
out.
in
that's not
years.
what I meant, but like, hey though. Look at the length of this thing. You get something on the rocks and just slide it on down. That puppy's gonna go for miles. Okay.
I believe it.
I don't think
It
it was.
just falls off the other sides.
I mean,
That's why you. I mean, you have to
pretty
make
well.
sure to catch it.
Exactly. You're just gonna, get a little cup.
Don't waste the booze. So, what about worms? What's going on with worms?
Talking about
talking
the
about worms.
Zephyrian wastes and how the worms there eat mana from the corrupted ley line. That's why they get so damn big.
Oh.
What the hell are you talking about?
Long story short, during the Tsarist War, something that I believe we've already discussed with you,
Yep.
the Zephyrian government decided that they weren't gonna take any prisoners, even the natural environment, and decided to launch some Magitech nuclear artillery downrange. Apparently fucked with the ley line something fierce, and well, it blew up.
Okay. So this somehow convolutedly led into monoworms.
Oh, the worms just eat the mana.
Okay. All right. That is not how you catch catfish with monoworms.
By the way,
Is that-
This
Mountain
sounds like
dragon.
very irresponsible
Ley
use of
lines.
technology.
Just our way of life there.
It does.
It's cool. I want to travel.
Did you realize I was
eventually.
catching catfish
Maybe when I
with
retire
nuclear
or
bombs?
something, I'll
That
travel
seems
to
to be
different countries.
effective. Survival.
I've been
Rest of
kind of
might
getting
be
my eyes
difficult for
open.
you to
There's
get into.
so much more going on than I expected.
Oh no, no,
I'm
I've
sick
never
of
done
being
that.
like
No.
confined to one area.
I've not even gone
Go around
grenade
and see
fishing.
everything.
What?
Spear fishing though.
Ristov might be off the
That's a
table.
thing?
I think
Yeah.
that's how you say.
Blast fishing is a
That was the
thing.
impression I was getting.
It
Bitch,
depends
I
on
go
what you want to
noodling.
use.
What the fuck?
Still though.
Not
Noodling?
people can visit, but
You ain't never been
there are
noodling
very
before?
strict rules against
Most
certain
water
kinds
where
of
I'm from is
technologies.
heavily irradiated, so
And we don't even have electricity there.
I assume
can
that
I come?
is...
So,
Can I come down? We have like
Something
an
I-
I mean,
I
that
suppose
is
would
my,
Sure.
be a bit
you know,
unusual to
whole
return
ass
to these
expand.
days.
If I'm in a
You ain't gotta
position
do
to
shit.
retire,
I'm
that
already
might not be
chilling.
a problem anymore.
Alright.
Ultimately,
Eyes to eye, what's up?
I'd like to have
Okay,
my
so
body back.
I'm gonna teach you about noodling. Okay, you got two different ways you can do this. All right, accent
So
coming
it
out.
shouldn't be an issue.
So then there's number way number
I
one,
don't know.
uno. You get yourself
Oh.
a fish for the bait.
I'm trying to find a way.
You stick your hand in the water. Catfish bites, cook
I'm
it
sure
hard.
there's a way.
Yank that
Especially with
bitch up.
magic.
Suppose good luck with
Number
that.
I hadn't
two,
even really
you get you
considered
some pool
magic
noodles.
until
Literal
coming
pool
here. It
noodles.
seemed
I'm
like there's so
talking
many
about, like,
options. Well, options, not
$3.99
actually.
Walmart.
Like
Placing
the
it
fun
once-
ones, yeah.
Mind and soul into
Take it from your
another
little cousin.
container
Wrap
is...
that up with some thick ass rope.
I don't have a cousin.
I don't know. That,
Telling
I'm sure
a
there's a
story.
solution.
I don't know about that, but
So,
I don't know.
get you
It
some
starts
thick
to
ass
sound like
rope and twine.
necromancy and
Off in the noodle.
no.
Put your bait. Make sure to put that weight on that
Most frown upon
You
it,
could do
and
chicken heart, you could
it's
do
something
corn.
that's
bait.
generally
Stick that shit in the water.
If it
considered
can
the
fix
noodle
me,
go
it can. That's
beyond
all I
taboo.
care.
Instead of, you know,
And if it doesn't have any like
that's when you find
repercussions
something.
or like downsides.
You can
Well,
do
that's
styrofoam,
usually the problem.
corn,
It usually exacts a toll on the people who
Coke
use
bottle.
I'm sure there's a way. I'll find it.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I just kind of took
if
carved
this is
fingers
possible,
wraps
there has to be a
rope
way
on
to
it.
do
Oh,
the
you've
other
never
way
been
around,
fishing. It's
too.
so much
Makes
fun.
sense.
I haven't either,
It
actually.
is so much fun.
Like,
If you're
Just never heard of
still alive somewhere,
Yona.
Hey, pleasure to meet you, dear.
You as well.
if that's too personal,
They're
question, you
they're a
don't have to answer.
prospective
I
new
don't wanna talk about that.
new
That's
guy.
okay.
It's my fault for even going on that track.
You're new guy.
I
At what
understand
point does that just
the
become
discomfort
impractical
of
to
having a
remember?
different body. This is
Whenever we need to
many
evolve
things there
algebra, apparently.
you need to start scaling it to the nth
Hey.
power. So, like, if it gets
We
past
talked about
10,
Not exactly claim to
I
understand
don't
the
We
like
feeling.
literally
that.
discussed that earlier today.
We
okay,
have
the
then
very
yeah,
least I can
you have
sympathize
the basis
with
covered already. to do that.
See,
Struggling
the
with
way
speed.
that my
used
village
to
would
something like that.
fish normally
You ever lost a
would
limb?
either be with a spear or
Thankfully not yet.
we would take a
I'd like to
bow
keep that way if I
and you
can.
would tie a string to the back of the arrow and you would shoot the
If you've ever
fish
heard
with
the
a
term
bow
phantom limb syndrome, it's
and then
that.
you'd take
It's kinda like
take the
that, but
string
for
and you would
everywhere.
pull it back in.
See,
We do that too.
That's
That
just
is shit so much fun. It takes like a level of
I
accuracy
don't
that you
get
just
fish
kind of have.
ever.
It's
It's kind of hard unless you're in.
What you
No,
have
it's-
to
it's
do
just
is
closest way
aim a
'Cause
bit
again-
below the fish because your eyes, looking in the water,
I've
your
had
eye, what is
Hard
what
to
is the
get
word?
meat in cans.
The light goes a different direction, so what you see is
The
a
phantom
bit
limb
above
syndrome.
I've
where
heard
the
of
fish
fried fish,
actually
and
is
it's
below the
just, it's the thing
water.
about meat in
Comparison
cans.
that
I
you can
don't
probably
trust
make.
it.
Yeah.
Taking one's
We also
Wait
used
till
to
you see
use like
bread
these
in
little
it.
green
Out
prawn
of their body.
tridents. They're so good.
Anything that's like
Ooh.
perishable,
Like,
I
you can just-
understand in a can. But meat's just one that I just don't trust.
There's also yo-yoing. Oh,
I can only
I love
imagine
yo-yoing.
how scary that must have been.
It's meat is perishable. I'm talking about non-perishable stuff.
I'm
Stuff that
assuming
can be
you
preserved
just
for
take
longer.
a bladed yo-yo and you just and you just get a
Trying to
fish
shut
out
down
of
they
it.
won't.
There's enough going on
like a
for
little-
so
little-
many people.
little
I'd rather not
mechanism.
dwell on my
So
Has a
issues.
spring in it.
I'm already,
Set the
already
line
asking
in,
a lot of
add the bait.
pages as a
Like,
whole.
that's
When the fish comes,
I gotta
It's kind of
contribute a
like
bit
a
more
yo-yo.
before.
Like literally in the.
I mean, if I could,
focusing
if
on
I
my
could
stuff.
go
Like a
down to
retracting notion.
yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
But
You
I
know,
can't just go down to the waterfront.
It's been a
and
little
just
while
get,
since I've
like,
made it.
a
If you like
So you can
cooking,
go
That's like
paddle
not
out on the
fresh.
lake,
Give
drink
How
some
much do you
beer,
bake?
fuck off for a couple
Yeah,
hours. You know, that kind of
exactly.
thing.
I
that's why they
don't
go
really
for the canned
bake
stuff.
cakes or
We
anything like
didn't
that.
really
but
go out on the
where
water.
we were at,
Generally,
or
you get it
anything
from, like,
sweet, but I
other
baked
I mean,
a
if
lot
you
of
can now.
like meats or fake
cheaper.
meats.
Yeah,
I
and
like
then-
meats now.
And then like with a lot of meat, it's
Well, I
imitation
don't know
meat.
much about
'Cause
baking
they
cakes,
gotta
but
get by
I
with
have a
what they
favorite
got.
recipe I always stopped when I was young.
Yeah,
we
we,
call it ompong.
I did find
we
it
let
nice.
the
Like a sweet roll. It's,
the local tribe
bread in
known
it.
as the Rapids
Ooh.
handle that.
bread
They
with
didn't like us in
sweet
China.
pieces.
I've baked bread before, and usually for baking it's stuff like lasagna or
I
mac
think
and cheese.
they might make stuff with like a
I guess a lot of
bone
pasta
broth
dishes.
there.
But,
Bone's not
like
Oh,
cheese,
oh,
when you have
you
cheese
mean-
over pasta and you put it in the oven to
Make
bake
sure
it,
you trust
depends
the
like
on
some little
yeah.
panko
I'm
bread kind of
familiar
thing.
with
It
this.
definitely
I've
depends.
done too many
This
Charles
place
stories
is
on putting
pretty-
people to sleep.
pretty
First you and now you.
Oh,
That's sweet.
I have been up
been a while.
since the
I'm
last
familiar,
couple
just misunderstood.
Right.
Thought you were
I get
saying
about
that
4 hours to sleep a night.
you had
I know what that
this
feels
on
like.
top of bread.
Yeah,
Seems
pretty much.
No. Ooh. No, I don't think that
Cheese
was.
sandwich.
Like mac and cheese. Well, it'd be like a fucking grilled
You're right,
grilled
right.
mac and cheese sandwich. You know, like a
gosh.
grilled cheese, but with mac and cheese inside of it. That'd be kind of interesting. That is such a drunk
Yeah, I
food.
like 'em.
God.
I think I've seen that at a restaurant once.
No.
regardless, it's relatively simple. You prepare the dough and chill it overnight.
Sorry to hear that.
And well,
Tried.
the bean paste is
it's
relatively
it's a
easy
bit
to make
easier
as
said
well.
than done.
You put it all together and bake it. It's nice and simple.
Insomniac or
Next time I got to make
No,
it, if you're
just
around, I
stress.
don't know if you're already staying here or
Yeah,
not,
that'll-
but
Yeah,
do
11
it.
station.
Mm-hmm.
so.
hope you
I think it's.
Oh.
can work.
Try to
West
remember
Hall.
to put a message into the
That's right.
west.
You
I
just
don't know which
see it
direction
in
is
your
west.
I don't know. I don't remember either.
some-
It's. I
I
don't
don't
remember.
even know if
but yeah.
west really exists up here.
Just a little bit. I
keep forgetting that we're in space.
Some of these.
I mean, I don't forget, but it just okay. It just hasn't occurred.
Yes.
Anything
It is
you need to
indeed
talk
East
about, or you got your working
No, it's
Weast?
assignment
Like
I've
wheat,
been
like
given.
food.
Least.
What is west?
Work stuff, yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, like west and
It's
east?
least.
Well,
Oh,
if you ever
so-
need to unload,
But they're
uh,
opposite.
Then perhaps I'm in the north.
no,
Isn't that just the center?
Yeah, that's
Isn't
good.
That's
no?
year one.
It's like
Or the source.
Wouldn't that just be the center?
Or just
of
look
the
me up
country?
on
Sounds
Hard to
better.
say.
Whatever.
So,
the mouth
sorry?
sounds like a weird word
Wouldn't
for someone's mouth. Like
we
if they
used
have
to
a fucked up disease
Back
or
to the
something.
room to get some
Be the
rest.
center of a compass because it's in between.
It's not
both.
going to
It'd be good.
help.
well, yes, but west and east would.
You know, you
Also
just
being
have to
the
go
center.
to sleep
Yeah.
while you
Is it,
sleep.
this is like the voices are a little bit comforting.
Either way,
around right now.
doesn't really matter too much.
So,
I'll try to recall
Something like that.
this later.
Okay.
If I take the time,
Oh,
I
is it
don't
that
really have
stuff where
most
you
of the
try to fall
ingredients
asleep
right
and there's
now.
just too many
So I
things?
need to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and get some more soon. But
Just poke
if
me
I
in the
do,
chat room. I'm down to help you cook.
Hi.
I'm always
Sure.
down to cook.
I've been thinking about
I
it recently, and I haven't
apologize
made
for
any in a
that.
while.
No,
It's
it's okay.
a comfort food for me.
I swear, half the stuff I
If
do
you
right
need
now is just cook.
help getting back to your room.
I don't really
It
like going
tends
off
to be a
station.
favorite
I'm not
pastime.
I'm not so tired I'm
So,
going to
yeah.
fall over or anything.
I mean, you're
Especially
falling
with how
asleep
many
while you're
people are up
laying
here.
thing in
and
this
Lots of people to
counter,
cook for, and not everyone
Well,
here
yeah,
is
'cause
as
it's
good
comfy.
at cooking.
Okay, fair.
They appreciate the help.
You know, I don't want you
Pretty
getting one
much.
of those
Staying
breakfast
fat.
couches
Counter
that Charles
called
was talking
comfortable.
about.
Yeah, I cooked with Sen for breakfast on my second.
Are you talking about your
first
arms
morning
thing?
here? It's
Putting your-
time is
I
part of it.
remember
Everyone
seeing-
sleeps at
I
different
mean, I've
times.
slept on concrete
ended up
before,
sleeping in a bit
that's
that
one
day.
thing,
Otherwise, I would
but,
have offered to come and
Never
help.
on the counter here.
The first 12 years
But
of
yeah,
my life, I slept
definitely-
on either a dirt
When you
floor
have some-
or a I don't. Could you even call it a bed?
I slept in a trash bag.
It's a bunch of furs on top of
I remember
straw.
the sewing mask.
I slept on white cardboard in a trash bag for
First 3 weeks of
decade
living
and a
here,
half.
dumpster and cement was
I'm good at
not
this.
great. I am
Huh?
so thankful for a bed now.
Dumpster
I've
and
done
what?
that on like benches while I made my
Cement.
way this direction.
Oh,
Cement.
okay.
The suit makes it a little bit different for me though, because
I thought she said semen. I was like,
Did my
huh?
voice not carry the full message?
No,
Huh?
it's just your accent made it, I believe, sound like something else. She misunderstood.
So, the funny thing is, dear, accent sort of comes and goes. Depends on how passionate I am in the moment, really.
When was the last time you made this?
I can relate to that.
But you enjoyed it.
I like your accent.
Maybe I'll have to invite you back up again and have some.
Who are you talking to?
You. I mean,
Oh.
both of you, but it was focused at you.
Oh yes, that's her accent. I like her accent too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Need to do that. Need to make some
I
Enrique's
really,
favorite sometime.
I'm really starting to
That's complete.
My
like to
accent
hear a
makes
little bit
people
more.
think that I don't know
Yeah, that's
how
what I
to
said. Like
read.
generally, whenever I come up here, I
It's like a little candy.
Your accent is raspy.
Shaped like a star.
Is yours
He's
an
like
accent or is it
Kind of what
just
told me
little
I'm coming here.
your
sesame
throat
Oh,
is?
this is
There's
more
another
damage
reason.
to necromancy. I
sugars
used to
and
speak
let
with
it
what folks know
yeah,
as
it's
a
just,
southern
yeah.
accent.
roll
Like,
for
yeah, okay.
a while.
Supposed
It's
to
a
be
bit of an intense process.
You
But
occasionally
it's
think
still
into
the
it,
fun to
I
make.
call it
You do a couple
nuclear
of different
instead of
colors,
nuclear.
and
Or
after a
I
bit,
purpose my
you have a
compass
bunch
instead
of
a
colorful
compass.
candies.
I don't have a
You can tell
You're
me
gonna
them.
fall asleep on the counter here as well.
No.
Really
And like
tasty.
if I
Lordy.
join and maybe one day you could find me counterbound, but no, I'm not gonna
Okay,
do that
fair.
day one.
I think Hybris might be confused
I
by
think
that one. I think that's no.
Could you imagine be like,
Huh?
Miss Merriweather,
Hmm.
why are you sleeping on this counter? Oh no! You know, that kind of. What the
Yeah.
hell would I say? Imagine the
weird
interview
first
after that. Yeah, it'd be weird. Like,
It all
Just say
started-
I was
That was a
tired.
really good impression.
It's not a.
I already
it's
feel
not
at
a,
home.
It all
Just
started
act it off.
200 years
Uh-huh.
ago.
be like,
gonna-
hey,
Whenever-
listen, no, I'm
He's gonna
not
set up a little. He's gonna set up a
fire.
little like
That's
tent
fine,
here,
I
little
believe it.
campfire. Make yourself at home.
No. See, but here's
you
the
don't
thing,
start a
like,
campfire on a
it
spaceship.
would be the one thing.
She came down to visit all of her children, coming along with Raina. And Skipper didn't
I know.
who
I
they were.
asked if you need help
So
back
they
to your
walked up
room,
and
No.
but
like,
you
"Who are
know,
these
let me
fucking
let me know
invaders?"
before you actually
That
want me to
didn't
carry you.
happen.
She did not jump over the counter.
Much noise.
I.
So where there are multiple.
There are.
You know what?
We're not there yet.
They were practicing their sneaking technique. They did very good.
Oh,
They did so good.
familiar with
Just
this.
warn me,
Yes.
you know, that's something.
I forgot it already.
I would have loved the running too.
I remember my first time meeting her.
Understandable.
Oscar wanted me to
and
come
with
and
that-
see something, and
It's gone. Okay, I don't remember.
ended up in one of the other agents' rooms.
But anyway, yeah, just
She
yeah.
seemed very confused by it all,
Have
and
your
then
interview first before.
Hybrid somehow
Stay
just
tight.
walks in and
Yeah.
is there
You
because
just
apparently
remember
he
what I'm
asked for
saying
her
is, it
as
would be
well,
my luck
and
that I'm
it
waiting
was
for an interview.
very
And,
awkward.
You know, I'm casually laying on a fucking
I
counter.
had yet to
okay,
actually meet
like
her.
a buffet. And
Oh,
then,
you haven't even had your interview yet.
No, no.
First day visiting, but
considering-
Okay.
She's just visiting at the moment.
I can
Don't worry, I don't
understand
think you can have a worse interview than
I
this.
wanted to fall asleep.
When I lost my previous
But,
chassis.
you know, I imagine I'm my casual self, and then negative point Gryffindor or some shit.
I remember, I was
It's not great.
not put together well,
Just
so it
remember
was a very
the
good first
advice I
impression.
gave you. Do not be the burner of worlds,
don't know what
the
it is.
hollower
It's
of
like
the great tree of
knows
Yggdrasil.
Don't be
Master of
an
burning legions.
edgelord.
She told me her
And don't show up
Evil
her very direct
edgelord.
and
Shot.
stubborn.
Don't be an
Hell.
edgelord.
So
You can be a
it's probably
non-evil
why
edgelord, though?
She accumulates knowledge.
I'm about to start a whole.
Maybe, but it's more like...
Alright, well, it's very simple. Gloom.
Yep.
We need to
Yeah,
get
how
you
do
a
I become an
katana.
edgelord?
Have you ever
Then
lied to
we're
someone
exchanging your scarf
and then
for a full
realized
cake.
shortly after that maybe
the
they
cake
actually
needs
knew
to
the
be
truth
cut.
already and were just kind of
It needs to be
testing you?
tattered.
Vertically
Really
or
tattered.
tattered? Ah, that's just a
That's
waste
kind
of
of how it
fabric,
feels like
okay?
talking to her, except
That's
what they
probably
do.
aren't
Yeah,
actually
that's what they do.
lying.
Burn marks on
Maybe
your armor.
different. Maybe
Oh, no,
different
baby, I can't do
shapes
that.
Like
for
that,
your
that won't
for
stay
your eye holes.
long term. It fixes itself.
Then
over
you'll need
time.
to reapply it like fucking makeup.
Between her, her children,
You
and
also need to
the
lose an eye
Neko-san?
of your
Neko-san?
choosing.
That's optional. The other option is changing the
Like,
shape of your eyes
their
because
minds are
the wide circles don't really do
overwhelming.
it for.
It's hard to be
I
around them
don't
for
really
too
have
long.
a choice. This is
Make
I,
a, make a,
I,
like a...
Her children are at least
I need to
manageable.
move
like
along.
this.
But I remember
So I can't move by action.
the first and only
Yeah,
time I
yeah.
have ever touched
Yeah,
the
let me
mind
just
of
you know
someone.
what? I'm just gonna cut
like,
like a piece of paper and put him over my eyes. So
Yeah.
In this case, it was
Perfect.
Neko-san.
Like color it
No,
with a
didn't know they
marker.
were there and didn't know who they
actually,
were.
I was wrong.
I
Glasses.
heard their thoughts and it overwhelmed me so bad
Sunglasses.
I ended up fainting.
I will tape them
No
to the side of
matter
my
the
head because I
situation.
don't have ears to put them on.
You have little
It was like her mind was
round
present.
things they could sit on.
ruin your color scheme.
Much bigger.
This color scheme is
than what
already
she appeared.
dark.
Okay. Okay, but dark, but not like red and black hot topic. Like, no, like...
I mean, it doesn't.
No.
does matter the color.
No. We need to do a black and silver with silver accent.
No, ew.
No,
Yuck.
No,
look at me with your
no.
one eye. Black and
Silver is
gold.
gross. I like the gold.
No, black and gold is an edgy.
Black and gold is a
silver
classic.
Is.
No.
It's
Black
a
and gold is
skull.
classic.
Keep the black and gold.
Karina
But
and
it's
Black
not
and Gold
edgy.
is Navarian
It's a
officer,
little edgy.
like upper officer.
I thought we were trying to make it
Silver.
better. Okay. Now we're just making him look cool.
Yeah, I thought we were making me an edgelord. I didn't know what it required. What the requirements are.
Sorry for the slurping noises. chat.
Silver is just bad. Don't do silver.
Not silver. Okay.
No.
I feel like if I do red though, well, first of all, what's the understanding? Because it's... Anyway, but if I do red, I just like
That just feels like I'm trying to be a Sith Lord, you know?
Though I only know some.
Don't be
A what?
What is that? Are they? But they might be edgy, but they're the evil edgy. I'm trying to not be
fuck's a
the
Sith
not
Lord?
evil. Trying to be the not evil edgy.
Which is why I was saying
Edgelord.
the silver, because it's like bone colored.
Actually?
Bones are not silver. What?
Polished bones.
No.
What
they're
the
like
heck
are
are
you
you
talking about?
of this table.
Than this conversation.
Conversation, Sagoto.
Bones is a natural shade of pink, I believe.
What?
Like the edgiest color is pink. Is that what you said?
We're coating his
In
skeleton
the body.
in
And the other
steel.
the blood.
Hold on a second.
They're probably like pink.
Ain't no damn way.
Is that edgy? You do have the pop collar.
No, that's not edgy.
I said ain't no damn
No,
way.
that's called
Alright.
style.
Yeah, that's more
Dang.
style.
But isn't edgy a style?
Yeah.
Stylish. It's different.
Sakoto, what do you need to do in order to become an edgelord? But like not an evil edgelord, like a good edgelord.
You got any tips? No, I have no idea.
I think you really know how you have to look down.
What? Huh, sir?
If you
I'm
added
very
I think you
confused.
have to look down.
I'm already there? Is that what you're saying?
With the
Oh,
hood.
nearly. You need a hood.
I would say you are currently
okay,
the
a hood.
most.
I would. A hood
edgy
would.
one.
I told you you'd rock a coat.
Oh
The
wait.
room
Or
currently.
cloak.
Then after
Could
that, you
become
have to be.
hood.
Wait,
Wait.
After that, you get the hood,
What?
and you have to become
Grandson?
emotionally unavailable. Just
Are you trying to say
Okay,
that I look edgy?
Maybe.
What? Huh?
Are you trying
Maybe
to say
if
I
you
look
used
edgy?
like a sword or something
What? I
instead
didn't
of
say that. I was just
guns.
asking. You know.
I don't
if
know
you
why
had
you're
any
asking
input.
me. I don't
Because
know.
we're gonna have a conversation
knife,
about
not
how
a
to become an
sword.
edgelord. I didn't know if
don't
you
know.
knew anything about
He
it.
does use a sword.
It's
No.
I mean,
different.
you can still You
I
can
don't know, the
still
black
be
on
edgy
black
and use
is kinda
guns.
awful.
I've seen it
I like
To
before.
be fair,
It's
you
very
already have the
tacky.
voice. The
I always thought
deep
it, like,
gravelly
punk.
is typically.
Yeah.
Hello, am I
They help me
alive?
pick it
They
up.
overlap.
I don't
They
know,
overlap.
are you?
They will.
They're
When I
lost.
was a child, I didn't
I
get a happy meal.
No, I got live.
And I was never happy again.
I had
Very
a whole
cool.
moment
You
where
literally have a
everybody was
chain.
Like the
stopped,
rock and
one
roll.
of
A lot
them
of gothic looks
romantic
have
movies
chain.
where
You have
everybody
chain
would
on
pause.
your back of your belt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Yuna,
Oh,
for betraying
God.
the trust you've ever put in
God.
me of being a decent person.
Very dark colors, very.
You
Wait,
were
hold
not
on.
witnessing me
The auto
being
gothic look is
goofy.
very
Just
dark.
make-
Like
You
dark
told me
colors,
to get
ripped
glasses.
clothes,
Sakoto
jeans,
does
stuff
have,
like
is
that.
Sakoto edgy? I don't know.
Oh.
That's
You're not.
different.
No, I'm not saying
talking
it's
about
totally dark.
sunglasses.
We gotta got this, like the ring,
Oh,
like
so they
the.
have to be
good?
sunglasses. They
We
can't be
need you
regular
to
glasses.
block
You know, like
out
it.
the
You
light
just saw
because you
around.
live
I wanna
in
go
the
shopping.
Wait, if I was
Wait,
colorful,
actually-
would I
Hey,
not
I'm,
be like
I'm,
that?
yeah, I'm already there, man.
Different
This
kinds of
is-
stuff?
that's already
There
kind
is a
of-
different. I mean, it depends.
Dropping the whole edgy thing. Why don't you wear sunglasses?
There's
if you
like
are
a-
sensitive to light.
There is a type
Because
of gothic
it's
style.
not me
like
looking
that
at
is
the
like
light,
very
it's the
pink,
presence.
pink and
But
black.
is it not still
But if you're
marginally
kind of too
unpleasant?
colorful, then
Would
you're
it
not
not
really.
at least
then
make
you're
it
not
less?
Well, I don't have pink.
Help a little bit.
It's not. It's not.
Really
it's
don't
not
wear a
the-
lot of
the
pink now
senses
that I
of the
think
eyes,
about
it's
it.
the senses of everything.
Yeah, sure, it's really
You
your
ever
color.
have
Just-
like your entire skin?
Really?
Just paint your.
I don't know.
Oh,
Green
no,
is
they
sort of
don't
my
black
favorite
paint.
color.
Green.
Okay. Once again,
Wouldn't
Oh
that
no.
You might.
I'm
absorb
already
more
basically
light
there.
and make it black?
Wait,
very
no.
confusing.
Then okay, then white paint, because then it would reflect the light.
Okay. What? So here's the problem.
Oh, but then when there's
this-
blood on it, the blood is highlighted. Maximum edge.
Oh lord.
I
Lord.
can't
white
paint
is the
this.
most edgy
Look,
color.
when I do my prayer in the morning, the suit fucking cleans itself, and that includes paint that doesn't belong to the original. I've tried this.
Okay, then
Your
wear
prayer
like
cleans
a
you.
white cloak with a hood.
Huh?
I
Your
like
prayer
to hear
can
they
clean
just
you?
already.
It's like it casts what's
This
that
is
stuff?
so damn
Prestidigitation,
funny to me.
and it cleans
I don't know.
everything off. Of it.
Mitigation, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
it
cool.
cleans. Like I've been glitter bombed before on a mission.
You still shower though, right?
I can't get out of the suit.
But the suit can be showered, right? I mean, for all
Well, yeah,
intents
sure, you
and-
can hose me down if you want.
Okay, cool. But do you?
Damn. Okay.
Is that like?
No, it cleans itself every morning. That's what I just said.
I don't know. Okay, I guess I just am not familiar with magic or the spell, but
There's just
I don't know.
just so like
I mean-
Roomba with a garden hose. Just
I would still take a shower occasionally, even if I was cleaned automatically. Showers are just nice.
Yeah, I like shower.
Okay,
I mean,
I
you
can't
got a point,
feel
though.
the water.
I imagine it's
Oh,
much
do you
more
not
annoying
feel
for him
anything?
because
Just
he
leave the
does
lights
I mean,
on.
if you
use the
hit it
noise of
hard enough,
tinkling
yes.
on his head.
But just
Oh.
water, like I wouldn't be able to feel that. Like I've stood out in the
what?
What about if it was holy
Wine
water?
makes a good
Is your
point.
armor waterproof?
I
Like, is it
don't
sealed?
want to find
completely?
out.
Would be
I
annoying
probably
as
wouldn't
fuck.
really do anything, honestly, unless
Yeah,
it has
the
a light spell attached to it. But I don't.
Mm.
Bing, 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 bing,
Don't waste your
bing,
holy
bing,
water.
bing, 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 bing. That for
Oh,
like
God.
8 minutes? No.
I fell for
I am highly entertained. I apologize.
I saw somebody run that way. I don't know who it was.
It's probably Nat. She was the
an infiltrate.
best person to request.
Whoa.
You all right over there, Sakoto? Oh,
What the? What?
Was doing
Hello,
something.
Nat.
What the? That is so cool.
Oh, it worked.
Are those like tattoos?
Yeah.
Alright,
No,
it's
no,
got
no.
one eye. Can you show yourself?
I've seen that a couple of times.
Showing off
This is
Irish
one eye
sign.
privilege.
Looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, certain
when
things
we
on my body
are
too, but I've
There you
never
are.
seen that
Hi.
before.
focused together.
It's a thing that
Calm.
happens with your eyes if you get to
Yeah, I do something with my with my eyes and hair.
Sakoto, yeah, she works here.
Your eyes like.
They appear.
There's many
Sometimes
eyes.
my skin turns black as
It
well.
looks so cool. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's mean or
I-
weird to
It's
say,
like
but I
purple
didn't.
swirl happens
Cool.
sometimes. It's
No,
awesome. It's like
Not insulting.
No, no.
I used to be a lot more
So,
self-conscious about it.
It's a
Yeah.
motion.
Alright, what happens with you?
Iris and I have
Especially like the
come a long way.
lines going to the face too, behind the mask.
Right.
They're all over, really.
No.
It
So
happens
intricate.
when really bad amounts of
They're
sugar
similar
is
to the
stressed.
markings that were on Iris when we first met.
Your eyes change colors?
No, I think they're perfectly
Just
sized.
on
Eyes
me
and
instead.
Maybe.
Oh.
What did?
Only when
I
you
mean, I
get
don't know
really,
if
really
this
mad.
is. I don't know what I'm allowed to ask, but like, was Iris like she just
Alright,
right?
Well, hey, I mean that's a. I guess I don't.
They get
have
confused
to
when
ask
people
if
ask
you
them
get mad, because I
he or
will
she,
know.
those sorts of
You gotta
questions.
be
Regardless,
literally
did they have like a
on
form or something, like an animal? Like, what do
No,
they look
this
like?
They did.
I'm like 5 something. It's
Uh,
not very high on the 5.
It's hard to see their
Am I allowed
shape,
to demonstrate this yet?
but if I had to express
Not the eyes and the head, but
bit like some form of bird.
no.
Coming as I'm entering my sleepy spell, so
Oh my god.
before I pass out.
I'm
that.
really
Oh.
surprised, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Things are good.
Loud noises.
Be able to recoup
Apologize.
your medical supply losses.
I'm used to react
You're-
to loud noises.
You alright
A
with
few. I still need more.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
they'll go away
It's just-
after a while. Or
it takes a
if we
minute.
get distracted enough, they'll just fade on their own.
Antiseptics.
I think it's cool.
Is that why you got the tattoos?
They're more colorful.
Or do they just
Not
end up
edgy.
lighting up when
No.
I like the color.
Okay.
You know the stingy thing.
So
It kind of like
tattoos,
shifts in
which
color,
I
though. Like the legs
initially
are like
left
blue.
home were
and the
completely
teal.
normal. Like I said,
Oh.
garage ink.
Yeah, it sort of changes color
Whenever,
down my legs.
Outside of that,
I got sent into an alternative world.
alright. How's the
Does it like make you stronger or
One of your
something,
books.
or is it just like a like symbolic? Or
No.
does it actually have like
No, but
The books actually happen.
when
later
I'm
in life.
calm and focused, it's a
It
bit
serves
easier
its
to,
purpose.
you know, do things.
To simplify the story, let's
Clear the
say
lines, sort of
a
thing.
nasty little halfling decided that I was a fun target
each other,
in a
so,
passion project
um,
without my fucking
he's free to
consent.
be a living failure, and
So-
I'm free to do as I will. So
Okay, that's good.
It happened after I started practicing magic.
Hell, I even got a
there.
You were
promotion.
asking
It's a
earlier.
very long story.
Oh, fancy.
Ever since I've
well,
I've
you
used
didn't really
learned how to
ask.
use
You
it
just
and
sort
wield
of
it
guessed
for
how it worked.
myself rather than them.
Outside of that, I mean, things are
Not a great
Don't
feeling.
think.
at least somewhat
Oh, it looks
looking
awesome.
up in Dallas, and
Aesthetically speaking.
Yeah, it does look
Waterfront's
aesthetically
waterfront.
pleasing, but
Watching them.
what's going on
They're
with
gone.
your friend is
Man, where's she?
completely
go?
different, I'm presuming.
they were
They
open
go.
to.
Hope they're alright.